Yeah.
There goes.
Well, now it's live. Great job.
Okay. Let's play Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. This time it's Sparkers. I mean, not Barkers. It's
No, it's not Barkers. We're doing Hoard of the Dragon Queen again this week. Because Barker is without power, and without power means without internet. And without internet means without a game master. So
I'm being a dick.
Alright, so I'm Willie. I'm here to step up and continue. Last time we left off.
As the dogs have arrived.
I was like, everyone's a critic.
Who let the dogs out?
Woof.
Woof, woof, woof.
Alright, so...
question, because I got confused, haven't played basic D&D in a while. When you have, when you're proficient with a skill, does that mean you both get the bonus from an ability score and proficiency bonus, or just from the ability score?
From both.
Okay.
If you are not proficient, you don't get the proficiency bonus. That's the downside to being not proficient. Okay. And in some cases, a dungeon master may tell you you're not allowed to roll if you're not proficient. Like if we're looking for some like super obscure knowledge, and your character doesn't have any knowledge skills like arcane or nature or whatever, I may disallow the roll, but not a definite. Last time, the party traveled into a town called Greenest and found it under siege by raiders and kobolds. A lot of you helped some people escape from their attackers, and took a mission from the mayor of the city to save the mill, which turned out to be a clever ruse. Said clever ruse left you guys limping back to the keep, victorious but relatively wounded. Solar, you are new in the group, so...
Done, but I suggest that we put it in our...
Guess it would be up to you as to how you would like to enter. I can just magic you in, or you could have traveled to this town, or be traveling elsewhere and have wandered into it. Or you may have just been nearby, heard the sound of battle, and saw that there were thieves looting the town.
That last part sounds the closest to what my character. Oh God, I'm so dark. What my character would helping people. Yes.
Yes, just coming in to right the wrongs, taking up with the defenders and whatnot.
So sorry if I improv poorly. It took me a long time to make the character anyway, so I'm really I need a long time to prepare, and sorry if I.
No, it's all right. It's all right. We're just we're trying to we're putting a lot of stuff together really quickly at the last second, so in some cases, there's going to be some hiccups, and that's perfectly fine. All right. Mitchell and Sean, the four of you, Barker's character and the cleric that you were traveling with included, make it back to the keep. The guards usher you inside and immediately send you to someone to tend to your wounds.
We also had a prisoner.
Oh, okay. So you can actually, if you wish, the two of you can waive going to get those wounds tended immediately and instead speak to the mayor. Solar, I'm going to say you are currently inside the keep.
We talked to the general, right? I think we did already get our wounds tended last time.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh, my mistake.
We did already.
That's right.
We talked to the mayor, and I escorted the prisoner down to the holding cells, making sure that she wasn't to be treated because of my honor as a soldier. And I met the guard captain.
I guess I should have watched the video today. At least the end of it, so that I would be up on my own game. Okay. All right, Solar, you will have noticed in the keep that a group of wandering adventurers have been taking up missions from the mayor, and they just went out and they just returned with a prisoner for the mayor to question, which he had asked for, and apparently saved the mill from being burned. I don't know if. Oh wait, no, you guys did. You told. Wait, hold on. Sorry, I'm getting you confused with my other group.
I know we're very generic looking, but
okay. My other group looked at the mill, passed their test, said, I'm not playing their stupid game, and turned around and marched back to the keep. They caught the guards that were coming behind them to help and told them it was a ruse and there was nothing wrong.
There we go.
So they just went back, and I was like, "Aw,
aw,
aw."
That's what happens when you pass the save.
Yeah. Well, you guys did too. You were just like, "Screw it, let's go beat them up anyway."
We didn't want to run the chance of us being wrong.
Yeah, fair enough. I like that. I like that kind of thoroughness. All right, so you guys are going to begin with your hit points fully restored to their maximums. But unless you choose to take a rest, you will have not had one yet. For the time being, I'm going to allow you guys a chance to mill about, talk to NPCs, or talk to each other.
What time is it? I know it was rather late when we got back.
Let's see. It is currently 11 p.m.
Regarding the introduction of Ardor, let's say while they were away, he had a discussion with this mayor and offered his services and would be introduced to them when they returned.
I will go and I will mingle with. I will definitely. I think we did. Didn't we talk to the mayor? I think we did talk.
And you were. I think you were introduced to Escobert the Red, the Castellan.
Right. So I will try to talk with them. As an elf, it said I can just do a meditation for 4 hours instead of sleeping for 8 hours. So that's what I'm gonna do eventually.
Okay. You do catch wind that there is another adventurer type interested in working with you guys. Sorry.
That's actually why it would have been kind of important for us to decide what city the background would be. So if you want to do that now, because he's pretty in the area around that city. He's pretty well heard of as sort of the rebellious child of some of the leaders of the city. He was there's a lot of rumors circling about him, basically.
I'm looking for a map in the wrong book. Hold on for a second.
So some of the people think of him as I don't know, someone who fights for the people, someone who stands up for equality, and some of them remember him as a spoiled brat who couldn't accept his good fortune.
All right. Well, I do not know this area amazingly well. So why don't we have you coming from Loudwater, which I believe has a lot of elves in it. That would be roughly midway between where you guys are now and actually, let's see, where you guys are now, it would be about midway between where you are now and Icewind Dale.
Okay.
So, about midway between you and the Spine. So, I will leave it up to the player characters. If you wish to have heard of his character, then that would be fine.
Okay. I don't know. Let's see, it would be 11 o'clock at night. I'd say this is probably around the time. And the siege is stopped and stuff, right?
Oh, no, not at all. It's in full swing.
This was a fairly recent event, by the way, so let's say maybe a year max.
Okay.
I probably wouldn't have, then.
I don't know if Sean will have or not. It's up to him.
Have what? Sorry, I was distracted here. I was looking at something.
You may choose whether or not you know Solar or have heard of Solar's character.
Okay, yeah, sure. I have heard of him. What's your name? Your character's name? Would I know you? What would I know you as?
You would know him as actually, just give me a second, as Bran Swanhart, and you would know that he was in relatively high standing. He was meant to be among the leaders of Loudwater, the city Fox mentioned. He was basically raised in a brilliant surrounding that had everything he could ever wish for, and he at some point he basically spoke out against his parents and the rulers of the city, and he exiled himself.
Okay. Okay. So I will walk up to him with my chalice of wine, and I was saying, so you must be Bran, right? If I am corrected.
Just to describe him, sir, he has messy blonde hair. You're not sure how long it is, but it's not exactly short. It's ear sort of length, being as messy as it is. He has piercing blue eyes, like really strong contrast, and he has he's relatively thin, but he looks like a human with the build of an elf, basically. And he has a tattoo of I think you would call them scales, on his forehead, and he turns to you and he says, with a pretty straight face, not offended. He says, holds out his hand, and he says, that is the name of a child. My name is Ardor.
Ardor, then. Yes, but are you formally known as Bran?
Still known, though I prefer not to be called that.
Okay, Arden. Yes, Ardor, okay. What do you do nowadays, ever since your unfortunate, the unfortunate incident?
Unfortunately, I haven't managed much so far, but my goal is to improve this world we inhabit, to help those who are misrepresented, and to cast down those who are corrupt and who abuse their power.
Yes. It's a very noble cause. We might need somebody like you in our term, since we have already as you can see, a master wizard under our group here. There's some conspiracy going on with, and we're not quite sure yet what it is involves, but we do have somebody. As you can see, this town was in great peril, and of course we have, including me, have greatly helped to stop it. Of course, also the brave men here too. And I have a friend here, a brave dragonborn warrior that has been quite giving the beating to the invaders, so to speak, and a very talented rogue too. Yeah. So, if you would like to join us, possibly, talk to my friend here, and I introduce him to our Mitchell's character, and then I walk off to the mayor.
It's when I see Sean's character. By the way, I posted in chat, hoping you guys would see it, but I guess not. Try and put your character names under your portraits, so I don't constantly have to ask you, "Hey, what was your name again?"
All right. Give me a second. I forgot that.
When Sean's character, we'll get his name later.
Mulgar.
Mulgar walks away. It'll be kind of like I snap out of something and look around myself, kind of reorientate where I am. I'm not sure if Sean's character, Mulgar, will have realized what's going on, but my PTSD is starting to kick in.
It's a very stressful
the
situation.
battle is continuing.
So it's a very stressful situation you're in.
Yeah, and I just got done fighting in a massive battle. Azalea nearly died, and I ended up killing a whole lot of people.
Barker's character is Azalea, by the way.
Yeah.
So
for all of you playing the home game, Azalea is Barker.
Sean, real quick. Okay, Mitchell, one thing you would know real quick. The mayor is indisposed right now. He's overseeing the interrogation.
Okay. I wait then.
Did I say Sean or Mitchell?
Mitchell.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to let you know because you delivered the prisoner.
So?
Yeah, they are interrogating our captive right now, and we will know more afterwards.
Okay. So, it sounds like we have our introductions. If I don't want to interrupt, I just want
to... no, I'd just like to ask,
okay.
So, a conspiracy? What kind of conspiracy?
We don't know yet. They're finding out now, so...
How did you learn about it?
A number of things aren't adding up the way they're supposed to be. We were sent to stop a mill from being burned down, only to find out it was a trap.
Sounds like something I'd be interested in, especially since I haven't managed to find something such as this on my own. I'll join you if you'll have me.
Yeah, that's fine. It just doesn't make sense. Why would they go to it? It would have crippled the entire town, and they had more than enough time to do it.
Sounds like my bag of goddammit. Sorry, out of character. English isn't my primary language, so it sounds like my
bag of tricks.
I don't know. There was something there, but whatever. You know what I mean.
Yeah, no, it's fine. You speak English far better than I speak Serbsky. So
I can't even pronounce the language.
I doubt I pronounced it correctly. That facepalm may have been me saying something.
No, it was just I didn't expect that. Like I think you did something like that before. You used Serbian words. It's okay. Just continue.
Okay.
It wasn't like you did it poorly or anything.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say either it was just a good interjection or I have a hilarious accent. Either way.
I would suggest that since it's approaching midnight, that we get some rest, since we're going to probably have a long day tomorrow.
Yes, that's probably a good idea. And I go to one of the areas that is, clean. I find one of the cleanest and more comfortable areas.
As you suggest, stopping for the night, you hear an excited shouting from the wall. Like, there's smokes from the sanctuary! It's like the chapel the chapel is burning.
Either.
That's not a good sign.
Yes, and the chapel is burning, And
let me guess, Fox. My breath weapon is still on recharge.
We just came back. Almost one of us was almost dead. I wasn't in too good condition either. The chapel is burning. That is bad, but I don't think we are quite in the condition. I have to rememorize my spells if you want us to help. Now, it is quite unfortunate that the chapel is burning, good sir. But yes, as a master of the arcane, I do need some rest. Not a lot, like humans do. And
I was going to say, nobody's directly talking to you. They're trying to organize a rescue party.
Now, I'll try to look for someone who looks like a captain or
You're not letting us freaking rest so I can regain my spells. What is this bullshit?
I don't have my breath weapon either.
I think it's bullshit and bullshit history. That's what it is. Oh, you cannot rest. Oh, you cannot rest. I'd rather have 10 million traps there. Oh, you cannot rest.
Oh, no.
I have always my fucking cantrips I can fuck around. Ray of Frost is getting boring.
What was that, Mitchell?
How far is the chapel?
The chapel is 300 feet from the keep.
That's pretty close.
Sorry, that would be about...
It's probably cool enough for you to get anytime.
Well, are you trying to translate it to the meters?
Yeah, about 100 meters, roughly.
That's okay. I can...
It's roughly 1 meter per 3 feet.
Well, I guess we could maybe help. I'm not quite in the condition that I can be at my full strength, but I think for these pathetic creatures, I should be still more than a match.
Fox, how many soldiers are running around, and are there any superior officers?
There are a few.
I'm going to take command.
No, there is a captain. He's trying to... I guess captain's a bit high. I'm going to say lieutenant.
No, I'm a captain.
there is a lieutenant. They're trying to organize a rescue party, but if your lot offers your services, then they will take that.
I'm going to approach him. I'm still going to be holding my head gingerly and stuff, but I'm going to probably grab him by the nape of his armor, turn him towards me, and basically ask in a rather gruff and slightly pissed tone, how many can you shorty?
And it was like, I'm not sure, maybe 4 or 5. We have to hold the keep. We have to protect the citizens that are fleeing to the sally ports.
Fleeing from what?
I turn around and shout out, your chapel is on fire. For all of you who wish to help, grab a shield and come with me.
I'm with you.
Did you say, were you asking what a sally port is? Solar?
No.
Okay. I said fleeing to the sally ports, not from.
No, I said what are they fleeing from?
Oh, the town is overrun with raiders and kobolds.
Alright, I'll assume someone mentions that then in passing.
Well, you would have known from being in the keep.
Yeah. I think actually that's why you came here, was to help with that.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds like something my character would do.
Well, I will join and assist as I can, but as I said, I'm not at my full power, but I will assist.
Just stay behind me.
Yes, I know. Great warrior and all. That's very useful.
Does anybody remember the name of the cleric that was
the
with you
previous
guys?
one?
Yeah.
Begin with a C.
We can just call him Your Holiness or something.
No, that wouldn't be appropriate.
I can't remember the name that I gave him, and he was out of healing spells anyway. So,
we have a new cleric now.
I think, well, yeah, you guys have Solar now. I don't. Hey, one of you guys has all your spells. You'll be fine.
The cleric has all those spells. That's all we need.
Now, in game, just to make this very clear because it's important. In game, you don't know that my character is a cleric or any kind of priest.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You just see him as basically dressed like a regular soldier or militia member. Chainmail, shield, sword. It's pretty important.
Yep, this is true. So I'm just going to say that the NPC cleric is going to go ahead and stay behind, but I'm going to go ahead and assign you guys a couple of soldiers because with as depleted as your resources are, I figure you could use the extra swords.
I'll try to convince some people who seem to be fleeing that
well,
look like
you could just let us rest and then have the fire mysteriously happen. But of course,
I could.
We can't even wait 4 freaking hours. Or something.
Well, you can wait 4 hours, but
you can still rest.
Sleep then anyway, though.
Well, I won't split up the party, even though I can only use my freaking Ray of Frost and Shocking Grasp. But, okay.
I don't know what you're complaining about. My wizard is like the most fun thing to do are the cantrips.
I would disagree. They're pretty cool, but anyway, let's just go.
Different players, different ways.
How did?
Sorry.
Never mind. Sorry, we're in the middle of the game, so.
I was gonna say I could always just hold your hand and put the world on pause while you rest.
Hit start.
Hey, Sean, I'm going to the store. Do you need me to pick you up anything? Some diapers, some formula?
Just
Play me please a song on the smallest violin of the world. There we go.
So Arthur will attempt to grab a couple of people fleeing that look like they are able to fight. They might not look trained, but just grab a sword and go and save their hometown. I'll just grab a couple of them and use thaumaturgy to increase my voice to boom loudly across the area, and he'll just grab a couple of them and say, "Your people need more hands. They require assistance. Are you too cowardly to defend your home?" And so forth.
They look pretty shocked.
That was, by the way, would that be like a trying to convince them skill roll, whatever it's persuasion or anything, or intimidation, or would that just be talking?
You could go for. If you're going to actually be yelling at a couple of soldiers, I need to know because there are soldiers running around as well as peasants.
Wait, soldiers fleeing?
No, not fleeing. This is you guys are in the keep right now. This is where people are fleeing to.
Ah, okay.
Because the wall they're holding, so they're not making any real headway on breaking in. So they're bringing the peasants here and trying to keep them protected. So that's why most of the town guard are tied up here.
Any of them trying to get protection from the keep and trying to run back and body language saying they're not gonna fight, that look like they can fight. Those are the ones I'll grab.
Okay.
And what did you say? Persuasion.
Persuasion. Yes.
Hmm.
That's not great. What's your total there?
9, I think. Yeah, 9.
Okay, there is something here I just want to say just really quick. As I also predicted that 4th edition books will become really cheap, especially when 5th edition comes out. The price on eBay, at least in Germany here, for the player's manual for 5th edition is 39 euros, where you can get all the 3 basic books for the same price for 4th edition. That's how bad it is. So that's all I want to say.
I noticed. I went into a half-price bookstore the other day and noticed that whereas their role-playing selection had been pretty thin before, since 5th Ed has come out, they have a huge selection of 4th edition books all of a sudden.
Yep.
I guess a lot of people are taking their 4th Ed collections to half price and selling them so they can afford 5th Ed. Hopefully that's not a Fourth Ed wasn't a game they really liked.
Yeah.
So how did the roll fail then?
The two that you grabbed look rather afraid of you for a moment, and then a little ashamed of themselves. And they go and start talking to the soldiers, seeing if there's some way to help, or they can help. But in between that and actually getting to where they would be in the fighting, they chicken out. So
I shake my head and continue onwards.
Not everyone is cut out to be a hero.
I make my way to the Sally Port. How many soldiers have I ended up rallying?
I'm going to give you guys 2. They can easily spare 2. Their main concern is to make sure they don't split their forces enough that in case a big force does come, they don't have the ability to repel them.
All right.
Which is why you guys were sent. It took them so long to send reinforcements to, help. There were supposed to be reinforcements coming to help you guys at the mill, and they weren't able to muster them in time.
All right. I do turn to them and say, whatever you two do, flank me, launch shields when we enter combat, and whatever you do, don't break formation.
While he's saying that, my character's running off and saying, quickly then, the situation is already dire.
All right, they open the door for you and form a wall, ensuring that the milling kobolds and raiders are unable to get to you. And well, shoot, it was Barker whom this was his hometown.
Yeah.
All right, so you are pointed in the direction of the mill.
It wasn't so much his hometown as it was he had a relative who lived here.
Ah. I thought it was his hometown because he had been kicked out of here for thieving.
Originally, I remember him saying that he wanted to ask if he could have a relative live here, and then I think it may have evolved into hometown.
All right. You guys make it... If you follow the road, don't go out of your way to make trouble, you make it to the cathedral relatively quickly without being... What's the word I'm looking for?
I would be moving at a slightly slower pace. I would be favoring my right leg.
Okay.
Without much trouble?
Yeah.
Yeah, without any trouble. Just the word that I was looking for didn't happen in my brain.
Resistance?
Confronted, without being confronted.
Okay. Oh, by the way, if Mitchell, if your character is some kind of soldier, you might have actually heard of me as well.
Well, for the past 10 years I've been in a war, so I don't know if I'd have heard of you.
Probably not then. All right.
All right. As you guys approach, you see a pretty dire situation up ahead. There's a great deal of smoke rising from behind the cathedral, and there is a team of men and kobolds battering the front doors with a ram.
You do kind of hear me holler out to the soldier beside me, form up, and I basically lock my shield into a battle charging position, and whenever they basically lock their shields with me, I'll shout out, charge, and go for it.
I just stay nicely in the background.
It's like, it's okay.
Aldor,
I have 5
are you going to be forming up with me as well to charge, or?
I'll charge as well. I'll pull out my sword and ready my shield, and while charging, I'll try to see estimate their numbers of the enemies.
I will look for an enemy that I could reach with my Ray of Frost.
Okay.
Closest.
Before we enter combat, can I go get something to eat real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. To answer your questions real quick, yes, you can hit any of them from this range. Solar, there are 9 I believe, total. There are 6 kobolds. There's a half-dragon and a human. And there is what appears to be either a human or possibly elfish woman, who stands out from everybody else quite a bit as she is wearing much nicer armor, polished corbeloy. Her face is painted to look like a red dragon.
So does she seem to be leading them, or any kind of giving any kind of commands?
Yes, she is very much giving commands, and she.
All right, I won't charge them. I will attack her with a spell immediately.
Okay, I'm gonna wait to start that until Mitchell gets back, which should be very quickly. And I am actually going to run grab myself a soda real fast.
And I would like to get a link for the.
It's in the RPG YouTube RPG Brigade.
I see here quick. I saw that.
That's just that. I don't think. I mean, that's for Google Plus, right?
Yeah. I mean, I can give it to you separately here too.
No, I can find it on YouTube. That's okay.
I mean, here it is. So.
Alright, I'll be right back, guys.
Me as well. I have to refill my water bottle.
For everybody's watching at home, I apologize, but it's currently dinner time where Fox and I live. And we kind of started like really late.
I think they don't mind.
Homemade chicken noodle soup.
That's good stuff.
We'll say this about Louisiana.
Since my camera disconnected, I won't be turning it on because I have to restart my Google Chrome, and then who knows if I'll manage to connect to the game again.
Sure. So what were you saying about Louisiana?
We have the best food in the world.
Cool.
Not the healthiest, but it's the best.
Soul food, so to speak.
Yeah. Everybody calls us the Bayou State. I'm like, no, trust me. All the inhabitants of Louisiana, it's a party state. Shit, we have Jazz Fest down here in Mardi Gras. I mean, those are just 2 big holiday-like things where we just get together, get drunk, and party on good food.
A lot of countries do that too, though. I mean, but I did that from Louisiana too.
Yeah, we started it.
A lot of parties on it.
I mean, shit, we use just about any excuse to throw a party. Grandma died. All right, fire up the gumbo pot.
Did we lose Solar?
He was having some problems with it, but with his camera.
No, I'm here.
Ah.
Just looking up a spell.
Okay. I just noticed that your camera was gone. I didn't know if that was just camera issue or if we were...
Nope. But unfortunately, you won't be able to see my rolls now. That's kind of bad, but...
that's fine.
You know you can trust me.
Alright. Anytime you guys are prepared, we can go ahead and...
Now I kind of wish I was a worse person than I am because I could lie about my damage rolls.
It's more fun to let them fall where they lie, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's got that unpredictability to it. It's fun.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to be running this by the final rules in the player's handbook, so a critical hit is just twice as many dice.
Yeah, I saw that.
Maxing out. Because I wasn't sure last time, so we just went by the seat of our pants, and this time it doesn't make a difference. We'll just do it this way.
It can be fun going by the seat of our pants.
It can be fun going by the seat of your pants. I'm not saying I don't enjoy that a little bit as well. But, initiative.
Oh, initiative.
Are we getting a surprise round as well?
You know what?
Well,
I'm actually... Let me see. Nope, they have noticed you.
Alright.
Well, it's a good thing you said initiative as I was rolling, though. In a way. Let's just say that the total is 3.
Wow. Okay.
Players going last. That actually can be a good thing.
It's true. It's true. What do you guys? You have a 12.
Wait. Yeah, I have to roll initiative too, right? Of course. I have a 19, and I add the 2. Wait, that was 2. So I have 21. So wow.
Wizard's probably going first, which is also a good thing.
All right. Yes, you are absolutely going first.
Okay. So there was the half dragon dude, and then there was the elf chick, and how many other people was there again?
There's a dragonborn and a human. They are manning the ram. There are 6 kobolds, which are being directed to interpose themselves between that team and yourselves. And there is an extremely tall woman in stylized black corbeloy armor with her face painted like a dragon.
Okay, I'm gonna use a ray of frost on the dragonborn. So okay. I roll with the +5, right?
Yes, and
intelligence is like +3, and then proficiency added to that is 2, so it would be +5. There we go.
And he is loyal enough that he has refused to drop that ram and continue slamming it. So go ahead and add advantage.
Okay.
What are they
it doesn't matter because I rolled a 3, so I have like an 8 or a 9. So
did you roll your second d20 for advantage?
Oh.
What was that, Sully?
What are they ramming into?
The front doors of the cathedral.
I rolled a 3 again on my other d20. Great job.
We're all very proud of you. You need to put a picture of that up on Dice Shaming.
Is that an actual site?
It's been a thing on, I think, Tumblr.
There's a wiki for it.
Of course there is. The
pretty good.
Internet.
I think one of my favorite one was I left my owner on fire for 3 consecutive rounds. Or something like that. One of them was
I have seen that actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I made sure that my owner was the only one the enemies noticed after making while making a stealth check, and my owner is the ninja. All right. Yes, that is unfortunately going to zip over his head.
Yep. I won't even start making my big elaborate thing. That's why it's just like I just point. I just point, and I'm just kind of lazy, and it's just like whatever. Next time.
You got off easy. That was a warning shot. There you go.
Don't make me hit you.
That is going to actually make it your turn, Mitchell. If you wish this round to hold your initiative back a few points, then you can charge on the same turn as the other 2.
Okay.
The 2 soldiers there with you.
I'm not sure if you'll allow this or anything, but will having our shields locked like this in basically the phalanx format, will that actually increase our defensive abilities in some way, or? Well, I know we can't be flanked, but it actually locks our shields together and makes it harder to actually hit us. So I'm not sure if Fox is going to allow that actual military thing to happen, or if it's just like, nah, we're going by boat.
Well, what it definitely would allow you to do is there are some abilities that in that close proximity allow people to defend for others. It's also going to improve your cover against ranged attacks.
Okay, now hold mine until to charge with them.
Okay. At least yourself and the other soldier who has a shield. There's one of them that is actually wielding a spear. So,
well, you can wield a spear and a shield at the same time. That's what I'm doing.
It's a long spear, not a short spear. Not like the spear that a Spartan.
I'll take his place then.
Okay.
But essentially, the idea was that he was going to. Let's see. You and the gentleman with a shield would be in front, and the guy with the spear would be behind, poking around the two shields. Which I don't know if you've ever actually seen that in action. It's really fucking annoying.
I climbed a guy with a tower shield shoulders once and shot arrows.
Nice.
I think you can do that in Dark Souls.
Yeah,
I'm holding my turn to charge with them. I think Solar just said he's locking up with me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Okay, so we're just. I guess you two are going. You and the other seal on the NPC are going to charge forward, and then you're going to catch up on your turn, Solar.
As we're heading, I guess you'd have to wait a long time for me then, because I'll probably be last. But
if you
while
wait,
we're,
I mean, you could always just catch up and enter the formation on your initiative.
Yep. But I mean, like as we were heading there, I was taking his place because so far I thought they were all, doing their shield thing on their own.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought they were all shieldmen. That's why I called out for shieldmen.
That's what I assumed as well.
All right, you were you were able to get one additional person with a shield and one person with a spear, which is a great combo. Because you essentially get an extra weapon in the shields, and it's really hard to get rid of that weapon. I play Amp Guard a lot.
Yeah.
Where I get a lot
the
of
original phalanx of the Spartans is 12 by 12 by 12. One line of shieldmen and spearmen.
Yeah.
Shield and spear. Second line was shields and spears as well, and then the third line will be just plain spears with their shields at the ready to switch with the second line. And that's the wonders of the Dragonborn army. We all have our breath weapon, and that's what makes us deadly. 36 Dragonborn lined up. Somebody is dying.
It's true. It's true. All right. So are you gonna wait long or until Solar can move, or are you going to just let him catch up? Excuse me, Ardor.
Yeah, I don't mind charging with Ardor, and besides, my legs giving me problems anyway. So
take a moment to coil. All right, that is going to give the kobolds time. 6 of them are going to approach, but they're not all able to rush you at once. The woman who is clearly in charge is just kind of stepping back a little bit, letting the minions, her minions meet you, but she is pulling up a large axe, which is stylized so that the blade is engraved with a design that makes it look like a dragon's mouth with the world in its jaws.
Do I recognize any of these draconic symbols?
You and the religious type. Actually, everybody can give me a intelligence religion test.
Don't have religion.
Oh, you can make it without the proficiency bonus.
Mr. I have history.
Obscure.
10.
I do have religion because it was an acolyte background, but I don't mind, so I have +5. So 16.
Okay. What did everybody else get? 13 and 10. 10 is actually, I think, good enough because this is not an outrageously obscure cult. You are probably, especially those of you guys who encountered that other group, probably connecting the dots on this pointing towards worship of Tiamat.
Okay.
And yeah, I want to. You know what? I kind of want to put some extra of that. So you remember?
Do I know anything about Tiamat or Tamat or
whatever? You know that.
Really good, knowledgeable Dragonborn meant to fight Tiamat here.
Yep. As I say, you know that you know her as the mother of evil dragons.
Mm-hmm.
She is referred to often as a demon goddess. I believe the current lore is that she has been imprisoned by other gods of good. But for sure, you know that she and her followers are bad news.
All right.
She's also one of the greediest gods, believing the entire world's treasury, including its inhabitants, all belong to her.
It's true.
Well, she's a dragon.
Yep. In
fact, she's all the greed that dragons stereotypically possess.
How many heads does she have?
5. One for each of the chromatic.
One each chromatic.
Okay. Just to remind myself, not for the game.
Yes. Fox, just to remind you, my shield does have the Bahamut, the Uruk Bahamut symbol on it.
Okay.
Which is the sacred blue dragon head surrounded by draconic glyphs, which is basically I'm trying to remember. Let's see. Righteous might.
Okay.
Is basically what the meaning of a poem around it.
All right. Let me see here real quick.
Oh, and since Argon, since you're part of the soldier, you would realize that I have a glyph for the number 9 over my heart, which you would recognize as a battalion.
All right.
Knight more than soldier, but I suppose they will recognize it.
No. Okay. None of them managed to strike you. All of their blows bouncing off your shield wall. That includes you, Mulgar.
Okay.
One brave little kobold comes up and attempts to stab you with the spear, but it fails to do so.
I was like, Mulgar should be behind us.
Yep, it kind of ran around you guys.
Yeah.
In a wide, careful arch.
So he's in reach for my shocking grasp. Is that what you're saying?
Yes it is. And what is your initiative?
Mine
You already went.
Well,
okay,
yeah,
so
I didn't win.
Yep. That actually is going to bring us down to when the rest of you guys can act on Solar's initiative. Which you have...
So both of us are going before Solar?
No, all of you guys are going on... You guys held back to wait for Solar's initiative so you guys can all act now. You are currently engaged by 5 kobolds. The others remain back. The human and the dragonborn man are still battering the door.
Oh, interesting. Allow me a moment to check, because I'm not sure if I can use a spell with so many allies around or not.
Yes, you can. If you attempt
No, I mean for the specific spell, if I will influence them or not. I actually don't believe I can cast that spell. I think it's a wizard spell, Thunderbolt.
Yeah, that's wizard.
Yeah. Where are you saying Thunderbolt from?
Nowhere. I thought I had it.
I think you're thinking of Burning Hand.
Nope. No, I'm not. I do not have that. Then. Well, I will. what will be the term? Defer to their judgment. Then, my allies.
All right. Charging probably isn't much of an option at this point.
They're probably too close.
Yeah, they're kind of right on you, stabbing at your shields. Not giving you much confidence in their ability to fight. They're pretty sloppy.
Alright. Well, it's time to show them. I would like to attack the one in the middle, try to break them into 2 smaller groups.
Okay.
Break their formation. Let's see how he likes my spear.
Alright, Solar, what would you like while he's doing that, because you guys are basically acting on the same initiative right now.
Alright, you know what, I guess I will try Burning Hands then. Can I use Burning Hands with a sword in my hand? I suppose I can do it with the other hand then, but I'll have to drop my guard. Or
yes.
I'm not sure because I'm not a wizard and I didn't recheck that since I played a wizard.
You can. You would have to. Well, essentially, the way the new stuff works, it's perfectly easy for you to just transfer your sword to your hand that your shield's in, cast the spell, and then move it back. They're not nearly as sticklery about what you're allowed to do in the middle of your actions anymore.
Alright, I'll wait to see if he breaks their formation and try to use Burning Hands on the most of them that I can, manage.
Okay.
And do tell me when that's up, because I'd like to describe it.
I rolled a 16, it's in chat.
That is... Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, that's a hit, for sure.
Let's see if I skewer him. Oh, only 5 damage.
That kills him.
Oh, okay. So,
Kobolds ain't much.
Huh?
Kobolds ain't much.
Well, the basic kobold, even in 4.0, and often, it wasn't just 1 hit point, right?
Yeah, it used to be 1 hit point. They did away with that.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, these are kobolds, not goblins?
Yes.
No. Yep.
Okay.
We are very low level after all, so.
Yeah. We're only level 1. So, anyway, they're battling at our shields, but we're holding them back. As I see a lull in their movement, I basically force my shield forward, catching them at the knuckles of their next strike, causing them to recoil back, and that's when I thrust my spear forward, right to over where the heart is, where their armor is overlapping, and where they're rather poorly fashioned as well as guarded. I easily sink my blade in all the way through its heart, and I can just see the light leave its eyes before I shove it off and before putting myself back into formation.
All right. You see this, Solar, so...
I thought these were, at least somewhat challenging guys, I mean...
I thought the soldier went before Solar.
I know, it's not as cool. I thought of a really cool description. It's not as cool. So Arthur will try and target as many of them as possible. He will... firstly, the scales on his forehead will shine a really bright light, and he will touch his hand to his forehead, and he will pull out a ray, like a string of light, holding it within his hand, and he will pull his hand back and throw it in front of him with fire. And the fire will spread in front of him. And that will be a 3d6 roll, I believe.
Okay. Are you kind of stepping forward and targeting, just basically letting the cone's line go down the kobolds, or are you targeting or are you aiming it towards the woman who's clearly in command and the 2 larger
the kobolds?
Okay.
And that will be 6 altogether. And alright, the attack first. I'm supposed to roll the attack, not the...
No, you don't have to actually roll an attack roll for that. They just have to roll saving throw.
Saves, right. Sorry.
So, roll up your damage there.
6.
6.
So failed is 3.
All right. That is, let's see, there were 4 remaining. 3 of them burst into flame and will die. The last one dives nimbly out of the way and is only very badly burned.
And as they are burning, he will say, "From fire to fire."
And the one that survived the barbecuing is immediately stabbed to death by the guy behind you with the spear.
Okay.
So the soldier that is locked with you turns and actually manages to fail stabbing the guy who's on the wizard. And that's going to bring it around to a new turn. That soldier is forming back up with you. That is going to make it your turn, Sean.
Okay. So, right in front of me is that kobold who tried to stab me, right?
Yes.
Okay, so...
Who is now looking a lot less confident.
And I will, it says, does the kobold wear any metal armor?
It is not.
Then, okay, because then I would have an advantage. I'll just do Shocking Grasp then.
Okay.
As far as I understand, it is a touch-based spell.
Right, so that just means that you roll to hit, and you're reaching with your hands.
Okay, but I still get the +5, right?
Yes.
Okay. I gotta show this now.
What was it? Oh, 3.
This is the third 3. On this dice and on my other d20 dice, my black one.
Oh, that's special.
Try the dice roller.
Oh, man.
So as I try to electrocute my hands and nothing is happening. I'm just standing there like an idiot, and starting to sweat slightly.
It's like, shoot, what was the words? What were the words?
What's the words? Oh, shit.
There's just no spark between you two.
Ah, that was good. That was good. I like that. I'm jealous. I am jealous of that one.
That is pretty good, yeah.
Where it's like he's snapping his fingers and there's sparks shooting out, but they're not igniting or anything.
I was imagining him over there like, Wingham Leviosa. No, that's not it. All right.
Or like he tries to cast a damage like an elemental spell, and a door opens in the background.
I get a great initiative, but my rolls suck. It's
oh man. Ah, that's hurtful. That's gonna make it your turn, Mitchell. If you're going on the regular, I'm just gonna move the. I'm gonna move one NPC to Solar's initiative and one to your initiative.
Okay.
Wait, what?
I'm assigning the NPCs aiding you guys.
Okay.
I turn to the soldier next to me and shout out, "Take care of that one!" And I point towards the kobold currently fighting Mulgar. And
oh, this is mine! Shut up!
Like now it's a matter of problem.
Yes, you're handling it masterfully.
I'm a big dragon with a freaking yeah, shut up. With a freaking, what is it? A pig spike or whatever.
Pig sticker.
Some of us had to learn for decades to cast fire.
Exactly. Jeez.
And yet my spear seems to be doing just as good.
This is all my strategy of the master of Arcanicum. So.
Oh yeah, you make them think you're useless, so to distract attention.
Hey. Last fight,
monkeys.
I've been saving people's butts, especially... Anyway.
Well, let's just say Arthur isn't impressed.
Alright, how many, or rather, which ones are in front of me, Fox?
Currently, you have a clear path to any of the remaining ones that I described that aren't kobolds. Because
so
all the
human,
kobolds
a
are dead.
dragonborn, and the leader.
Yes, who is also a human, perhaps an elf, but perhaps a human.
I'm going to charge at the leader. I'm kind of thinking if I can take down the leader, the others might run.
Okay.
So, as I'm charging at her, can I throw my spear at her as I'm going to meet her?
That would be your attack action.
Yeah.
Yep. So you can absolutely do that.
Alright. Let's see. What's my ranged attack? 13.
13. Let me double check that real quick. I don't think that's a hit, unfortunately.
Alright.
Nope.
I'm seeing it. I'm seeing you're really kicking butt over there, Dragonborn. And I say that in Draconic. Ooh, burn. Mitchell's character turns around and throws the spear.
It was like, hold on, I just switched sides.
Party,
Are there Dragonborns in the new rules?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, they removed the Eladrin, but yeah.
I think they're going to bring them back in a later book.
I didn't have a problem with the Eladrin. I mean, I didn't see them.
Eladrin.
I mean, they're basically like the High Elves, just maybe a little bit more fairy-esque, I guess.
They're like the high elves.
Yeah, I think
they're the elves that constantly take LSD, not just smoke pot. So that's why they're high elves.
They're the high elves.
Yeah.
They're the high elves, man.
High elves, bro.
Do you ever stop to think about how the forest is just like totally alive, man?
They're like so high. They're like high.
It's like,
we had to make a new word because there's no word for super high elf. That's why we made it up. Eladrin.
They're like Elevatadrin. Wait, no.
She just ducks out of the way, and the spear grazes off of her armor, almost finding purchase, but not quite managing to penetrate its hidey outer shell. That's going to make it...
Oh, I do shout out though, better than you, elf! In Draconic.
Wait, so you missed?
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Sorry, I was a bit distracted.
And I say, we shall see, my...
Are you guys going to start counting
friend.
foes?
Yes.
I already got one.
I got 3.
It's true.
Let me wait until I have my 4 hours of rest finally.
I'll just let's just say on the scale there's like on one of them there's like a miniature thing that says corruption counter, and on the other one there's justice dispense counter.
You're like RoboCop almost. Like you have like that's what you need to be. I'm just imagining RoboCop as a paladin.
I suddenly feel like I'm BioWare.
There we go.
If it makes you feel better, the Shieldman does not do any better.
Oh yeah, that totally makes sense.
Come on. Yeah.
That's great.
That is going to actually the 2 men wielding the battering ram slam the doors again. They are sagging a bit on their hinges, but still holding. As you have challenged, the woman recovers from ducking under your compatriot's sword there. Her stands stands more tall, raising this large axe, and hisses. It's like, you could have lived, but now your time has passed. And she swings at you. What is your armor class there? Is that a 18, I believe?
Cool.
No, armor class 19.
19.
Awesome.
Shit, that's high armor class. For a level 1 character.
It's not going to be getting any higher anytime soon.
Yes.
I hope so.
It's harder to get your armor class up now than it used to be.
I have a small armor
Yeah.
class. I started at level 1 with 30.
That's a hit.
My character would probably have like 23 if he wasn't an asshole towards everyone. I'll explain later.
I love that. Oh. If that was the basis for my AC, then I would never have any AC.
If your basis is that you're an asshole or not. What's your character's name again, Mitchell?
Iskander.
Iskander. I don't know how I forgot that. I've said it like 1,000 times today.
Like from Fate's Stay Night? Is that
I know that name from somewhere.
Iskander, you take 5 points of damage. As she
Iskander
strikes
is the
you.
name of.
It's from
5
Fate
points of
Zero.
damage?
From Alexander the Great, right?
That's his real name, Iskander.
Right. That's.
I have this thing where most of my characters I name after famous mythological figures or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as far as I understand, Iskander was also the name that they used for Alexander the Great for Fate Zero. Is that what you?
Yeah.
He kind of reminds me of like if Iskander from Fate Zero was a dragonborn.
That's literally the only place I've ever heard anyone call him that. Like every country here,
In the old text, it was Iskander.
Everyone calls him Alexander.
Everybody calls him Alexander now, but.
Yeah. Just to check while we're at it. Well, Sean, your character's name is.
Mulgar Blackthorn. You should be able to see it on the screen.
Yeah, I can't actually.
It's actually when your name comes up, or when your face comes up when you're talking, it's below the screen for me for some reason.
Yeah.
Really? That's weird.
That is weird. I don't know what's going on with that. But Iskander, she brings the blade down with both hands with such force that it actually pushes your shield down, biting into your shoulder through your armor. That is going to make it your turn. Solar, I forgot your character.
Was he making a saving throw? Because I think I can help with that.
Wait,
no, he was not.
Fox, did she attack twice, or did that 18 actually bite through my armor class?
Oh no, the 18 is. I was asking if that was your armor class. I thought you were 16 with the thing. No, the roll was 15 plus 5.
Okay, so yeah, it did go through me.
I thought since you said bite, because I get a bit distracted because there's something else going on. I'm just gonna shut that off.
No,
I thought just bites.
That was just flavor text.
Okay.
He took an axe to the shoulder.
Well, that's blunt.
Yep.
And I just realized I not only don't have my flame breath, I also don't have my healing surge.
That's true.
Well, that's good. I don't have any heals.
Best face yet. Welcome to the gauntlet. That makes it your turn, Arter.
So the woman is unfazed so far.
Insofar, she has not been struck.
Alright. I will try to cast a spell against her, and first I will see if that spell will succeed. That will be an attack, I believe, for this spell. And alright.
What spell is it that you are...
I believe Guiding Bolt. I think that's what it's called.
Yes, that is an attack roll.
I'm just checking if that's a spell.
Yes,
yep,
yes.
That's a spell.
It's 46, I believe. If you successfully hit.
I think so as well. Just a second. Right. So that would be a 21 to attack, I think. No, more. 23.
That certainly hits.
And I won't roll for damage again, even though it was literally average. The damage was 9 when I rolled it earlier.
Okay. All right.
Just a second. As all the fighting and commotion is going on, and as she's attacking and trying to I don't know make us afraid of her, I suppose, with the comment, Ardor will his holy symbol on his forehead will glow, and he will say, "You insult the gods, and the gods fight back," referring to the church, and his holy symbol will glow so brightly that a sort of chaotic, sort of like a lightning-ish ray of light will spurt from his forehead and connect to her in an arc from above, and it will deal 9 damage.
Okay. The bolt strikes her, causing blood to splatter from where it hits. She is not. She is clearly phased at this point. Also, the two that were battering now, the human now drops, lets go of the battering ram, and pulls out a dagger. He rushes at you, swinging it and screaming in rage. You're wearing chain, right, Ardor?
Yep.
That doesn't even come close to hitting you.
Oh, one thing though, before he attacks, I would like to well, basically my head, my symbol on my head and my head in total just glows really brightly and blinds him, giving him disadvantage. So, just to mention.
Okay.
Can he do that?
Yes, he can.
It's an ability from the light domain.
Okay.
Yes. He can use his reaction for the turn to blind an opponent who's currently attacking him.
For a second there, I thought you just came up with that, but cool. I like that. So.
No, it causes disadvantage on the attack roll.
Right.
Still trying to figure out how reactions work.
You get 1 reaction per turn. Reaction can be used to fuel any ability that requires it.
Okay.
So any ability that says, as your reaction, you may.
Okay.
And while he's flailing about and missing him, he will make a comment, "Ha! You cannot attack justice."
You can't fight concepts.
Yep.
I'm a conceptual weapon.
I just imagine him as some kind of superhero, honestly. Like prepare to meet my justice, my hammers of justice or some shit like that.
Your spearman stabs him in the leg. Which
I will
makes him
beat
even
you with my
angrier.
hammer with this cane of mercy.
Oh my gosh. Have any of you seen Journey Quest?
Yep.
I've seen a little bit of it, not the entirety yet.
First season.
It's awesome.
There's a part in season 2 where they introduce this barbarian who made himself king, basically. He's like this barbarian warrior who conquered the land. They call him Karn, king by his own hand. And there's a scene where these nobles that from the government he deposed are trying to bribe him with a bunch of stuff, and he's just like, you can't buy me as you have with the other corrupt officials. Now get out of my sight, or you'll meet justice. And they just kind of look at him a little bit, and the guy who, there's this guy who always does all of his, assistant work, just kind of leans forward and goes, "Justice is the name of his axe."
I like that.
And they're just like, ugh. They go running out. It cuts back, and
right
Karn is standing there holding this huge axe.
Now I imagined kind of a Captain America style superhero who has a hammer where has written justice on it, And he's got like a shield with freedom written on it, and prepare to be justice and freedom. And then he just,
I'm about to liberate the hell out of you guys.
you got oil? Oh, wait.
I almost didn't catch that.
What's that?
I almost didn't catch that.
There you go. He's a superhero that the only way to get him to act is for people to tell him that the villains have oil.
He's a very corporate-sponsored superhero. Yeah.
What is he, America?
Yeah, we'll call him the Liberator.
You know what? He's Captain. He's Captain Corporate America. There we go.
Yeah, pretty much. I like that one better. I like that one better. That takes the emphasis off me a little.
So D&D.
Yes, Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and
Actually, I do want to say this. It's really funny. It's I saw a picture on 9gag. It was just this American eagle glaring at you, and at the top it said, "One of Saturn's moons, Titan, which is one of the largest ones, is 75% oil." Then it said at the bottom, "Sounds to me like Titan needs some freedom."
Yeah, I know that one. That was great.
By the way, imagine the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon with like cuts of the players talking about completely random shit.
Oh my! That would be great. That would be the best.
Be realistic.
I bet half of it would be them like trying to figure out why
the plot holes.
My favorite part of the cartoon is in the intro when the guy says, "Welcome to my name is Dungeon Master, and this is the world of Dungeons and Dragons." And then I just would like say, "Meta much?" Dungeon Master.
I think half their conversations would be about what a dick their Dungeon Master is. Like a party of first level characters. Hey, first thing what do you?
Yeah,
what's
first
the
thing
first
they fight is a dragon. Who does that?
Not just a dragon. I think they fight Tiamat.
But I'm trying to make a joke about Barker, and you ruined it.
Hey, that's good. I like that. See, we're not swift enough to catch it. So I hope now that Barker watches this.
We'll make him watch it.
We'll make him watch it and be like, yeah, see this? Yeah. Dragons.
Who does that?
Who does that? What are you, Dungeon Master from the 1984 cartoon?
Who makes a character of himself, then puts himself in the game just to laugh at the players in game?
I will point out that Barker hasn't matched Dungeon Master's level of dick yet, because if you go back, the second thing they encounter after having to run the fuck away from Tiamat is Lolth.
Oh, right.
What? So they're basically fighting the gods?
Yeah.
Like,
the second thing,
what is it, like Tempest or something?
Yeah, and then
I think the third episode or something.
Yeah, I think in the second episode they have to fight a beholder. I'm like, they're like first level characters.
It would be so dead in one round.
Back to the game.
Yes,
Sorry.
back to this game.
Back
to this game. All right, let's see. I think it's the bottom of the round.
Guy.
Yes, please be that guy. Unless I am telling a funny joke, and then.
So always be that guy.
Aw. All right.
Aww.
Okay. Well, that makes me feel a lot better feel a lot less guilty about this.
Oh, do we have to roll a new initiative?
No, but you do see from around the side of the cathedral, previously hidden from you, 10 kobolds are approaching, followed by 3 humans, with 2 of them holding back large dragon-like lizard creatures. Not actually of the large size. They're about the size of a big dog.
Would I recognize them as like possibly pseudo dragons?
Give me a nature test.
Nature test. Okay, should have that.
Nature.
Give me a second here.
Honestly, anybody can do that if they want.
I have nature +3, so
I will.
Can I roll 6 +3? I know that's not my rolls.
That's plus intelligence.
Yes.
Yeah, plus intelligence.
So I got a 9
10.
+3.
Yes. Same.
Do I add also proficiency then?
Do you have nature as a skill?
I have nature, yes.
Then yes, you also add your proficiency.
Okay,
bonus.
so I have an 11.
Okay. Anybody with a 10 or higher recognizes them as an... Okay, you're a sage, right? So you spent some amount of time...
Oh, wait 1 second. Okay, I don't wanna... It says here that it has a couple of the... If it's just listed here, does that count as proficient then? In the skills?
Huh?
Yeah, well, that's my question here, is because that's from
if
the...
it's listed on your character sheet?
Is that the proficiency then, right?
No, there would be probably a black mark.
Oh, okay, then no, not. So I'm not 9. Okay. Sorry. Okay,
well,
because
you know what? I'm gonna lower that difficulty to 7.
No.
No, we're not.
I'm proficient at Arcana, Investigation, and Religion of some sort. But yeah. Yep.
So is it an alligator, maybe?
A Komodo dragon. Komodo dragon. I think Komodo dragon would still be pretty.
In your youth, you have seen these in the Solar. Your character has seen these in the personal zoos, menageries of some nobles you've visited. They're somewhat exotic creatures. You have seen sketches that look very similar to these. Like when you think back to when you were a youth studying in the library, and manuals written by explorers who had seen things far and wide. And where you are from, Iskandar, where you are from, these creatures are occasionally trained as guard dogs.
Well, we've definitely covered the dragon part.
Yes, they are called they are generally called ambush drakes. They are they're dragon-like creatures of animal intelligence.
I want one.
What's that?
I said I want one.
They currently are snarling and snapping their jaws. And that is going to bring it to the top of the round. Meaning it's your turn, Moldor.
I tried to do this freaking kobold another time with Shocking Grasp. And I get a 14 plus 5. That's 19.
That's a hit.
Okay.
Yay!
So, yay!
It would have been hilarious if it wasn't.
I was almost... I'm gonna be honest, I've been trying to come up with clever little nicknames based off your character's name and the word miss.
You know what, last time I wasn't missing? Yeah, anyway, but, so, what I do now is,
Mr.
I'm just kind of, like, impatient now. I just do this, and then back. Just like, I'm almost trying to bring him back, but no. Just and then electric sparks come out of my
hand.
That's
exactly what I was thinking, Fox.
What? Oh yeah, that's what I kind of did, right? Yeah.
Okay, roll your damage.
Oh yeah. I rolled a 7. So.
All right, that is going to kill him. However you would like to describe.
Okay, wait, I re-describe it. So I do this, but what actually happens is I open my hands, and you have the electricity traveling from my fingers up to the other finger really fast, and then from here it jumps to him, and it has kind of the form of a hand, of an electric hand, and then grabbing the kobold. Then basically like frying him until he's incinerated.
Cobalt bacon.
Yep.
All right.
Or like that link I posted for Solar. I was like, the wizard decided to dabble in spellcraft. He now has detect evil and turn it into crispy bacon.
There we go.
Yes.
That was I think that was pretty cool, but it wasn't far from the truth, so I didn't really consider it humor. It's more like sad truth that wizards are overpowered.
That is going to make it your turn, Iskandor.
Alright, I'm gonna see if I can kill her. I'm gonna try with my long sword. We'll see if I can plunge 3 feet of steel into her.
Alright.
Ooh. That's pretty good. 19.
That is it.
Roll that D8. That beautiful beam footage. Ooh, max damage! Max damage! 8 plus 4, 12.
12 damage. And she was struck for 9 before. That definitely kills her.
Alright, so I currently have her axe in my shoulder. Thankfully not in my knee. But I've still got my shield connected to it. And slowly you can see it pushing up, and I can see her eyes widening, and she's putting both of her hands behind it. But widen my stance, pushing harder and harder. And then you just see the fire glowing in my red eyes and across my golden scales. And you just hear me, I'm not sure if you guys would be able to, but I know she definitely could. I was supposed to have died a year ago. And with a mighty shove, I push it back, causing her to jerk up with her hands, quickly unsheathing my sword and bringing it around across her neck.
Alright.
Sliding through both of her arteries.
Her blood showers from her neck, splattering across you and your armor as she falls to the ground. Never to stand again. You are, at that point, rushed by a buttload of kobolds.
Can I roar at them and do an intimidate check?
Sure, why not?
Can I do the same with thaumaturgy?
Yeah, sure, why not? You could also thaumaturgy his roar if you want to.
Can I? I will, and I will make him shine really brightly.
Alright. Go ahead and give me an intimidation test.
Alright, as soon as my PDF pulls up. Not wanting to for some reason.
So what you're saying is that you will make him sparkle in the sun, right?
The sun's not out.
He's not a vampire, right? He's just a dragonborn?
Ooh,
yes, he's just a dragonborn.
No, speaking
18.
of 18? Alright,
Yeah.
speaking of vampires, I actually got to read a write-up of a vampire in the 5th edition. In the official final rules in one of these PDFs that I've acquired, and they have completely done away with energy drain.
I like it.
They did not bring it back, and I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, that was a dick move. I mean, even just getting lucky on the DM's dice means you're losing a level, at least a level.
Yeah. Now the way they're doing like anything that had energy drain that I've found so far, now has an ability where they deal usually. Let's take for example the vampire. If they bite you, they deal an extra d6 of necrotic damage, and that necrotic damage permanently reduces your hit points by the number until you take a long rest, at which point they all come back. So still nothing to sneeze at. That's still dangerous, but not like I'm going to give the example of a team of adventurers walk into Ravenloft as 9th level party. They win and crawl out as a 2nd level party.
I think the problem with that energy drain thing, I haven't even encountered, as I said, I haven't played enough 3.5 to even encounter a vampire yet, but or have one in a game. But I think with energy drain, it was like because they were going after a legend that the vampire absorbs your soul. But I think if I would do something like that, I would make it like that there would be a way to heal it somehow. you know.
Yeah. I didn't like all the bookkeeping involved in it.
Whenever I've never actually played the earlier editions tabletop, unfortunately, but whenever I've read it in stuff like Neverwinter Nights, for example, and whenever I saw like a permanent ability drain or level drain or anything along those lines that's permanent, I was like, wait, that doesn't sound fun at all. Like fighting that doesn't sound fun.
Yeah, no, it's terrible. And there's like some like monsters that aren't amazingly impressive that could do it, like Whites had an energy drain attack, and that's garbage. Or like it's even worse when you encounter it on really tough monsters like the Fang Dragon. Has no breath weapon, but its bite does Constitution damage. And
permanent Constitution damage.
I'm sorry, Constitution drain. Not even damage. That is just total garbage. But back into this. Let's see. Your incredibly intimidating display causes 6 of the kobolds to just screech to a halt and scatter in different directions as hard as their tiny little spindly legs will carry them. Some of them even dropping their weapons as they go. The remaining 4 continue forward as though they're going to fight, and then realizing that seeing such a large number of them flee, choose to follow suit. However, I've dropped my D20. However, the humans and the Dragonborn do not flee, and they release.
I don't like that.
They release their ambush drakes. The first of which comes running at you, leaps a little too early, and goes nose first into your shield.
Whose shield?
Iskandor's. The other one attempts to bite the soldier that's beside you and misses. The human who was assaulting you, Ardor, attempts to stab you again. Also also unsuccessfully, and really annoyingly, because the second roll was actually much higher and would have hit.
Ardor just laughs like really heartily from his stomach.
Just imagine you doing like a jig around him. It's like when he's.
No, actually, imagine the guy from Fate Zero, Iskandar from Fate Zero, laughing.
Oh God.
All right, that is going to make it your turn. Actually, I think yes, you killed the. All right. Yeah, that's going to make it your turn, Ardor.
All right. Allow me a moment to find a thing because I didn't have time to take screenshots.
What was it?
Sacred Flame.
They make a saving throw or take 1d8 plus your wisdom modifier radiant damage.
Oh wait, no, the woman is dead, right? The leader.
Yeah, I nearly cut her head off.
I'll just attack the lizard.
I could have described her as a Pez dispenser.
Well, she kind of did. She
just
spit blood all over me.
Aww. Oh well.
If it were a vampire, it would be kind of like Pez.
The way you're currently oriented, you are a little bit behind where the 2 lizards are. Like there's Iskandar and we'll call him John, the soldier with the shield. Iskandar and John are standing kind of in front of you. There's the guy that's like right in front of you trying to stab you and getting more and more mad as you keep flashing him.
That probably came out wrong.
Actually, Give me a second. I think this works so that if you try to attack me but you can't, you have to attack someone who is an ally? But I'm not sure. An ally.
Let me just
Contrary.
check that real quick. Do.
Must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. Has to be within... Wait. More than a creature within range against attack. Anyone who targets. Okay.
Causing light to flare. The attacker can't be blind. Use this feature a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier. You regain all expended uses after. Oh, they...
Wait, what's that?
What? That's weird. Oh, okay. No, that does not use your reaction.
What?
Oh, no, it does use your reaction.
The flare? Yeah, it does.
Yes. Okay. No, I was just looking. They put a... You can... What's your wisdom bonus? 4?
4.
You can use it 4 times per day.
Yep.
I'm surprised they put a limit on that, considering it uses your reaction.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm fine with that. That would be overpowered otherwise. Kind of. I mean, I don't know. I call everything overpowered because I consider clerics overpowered, but that's what the sort of party was missing to complete a standard. You know what I mean.
Yep.
So I will, instead of attacking either of them, I will I will simply touch my holy symbol with my sword hand instead of attacking, and I will the glow will it won't be a strong glow. It will be like a sparkle, like a sparkling aura around me, and it will give me protection so that no one can attack me, basically.
Okay. Was that sanctuary?
Yep.
Okay.
I put in chat what happens when Solar's character flashes somebody.
I would like to attack them, but my character doesn't think that he's in a dire situation, so he wants to show off.
You've been to my home. You've seen my downstairs mix-up.
Oh God. Well then.
Sorry, this is something he linked.
Yeah.
It's old Greg.
I'm old
That's the first thing that popped in there.
I got a mangina.
The first thing that popped into my head whenever Solar says he flashed somebody. And it's a bright light.
Well, to be fair, I said he flashed somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So basically, when they attack me, they have to make wisdom saving throws.
Yep. And no need to worry about it because the spearman, who we'll call Lou, stabs him in the ribs, killing him. And that's going to bring it back around to Mulgar.
Okay, so how many fell drakes are still? So what kind of enemies do I have here in my range?
They're ambush drakes. If they were fell drakes, you guys would be in a whole other world of trouble.
Or green drakes, maybe.
Yeah.
Ambush drakes, right? Okay, so how many are there?
There are 2.
And
there are now down to 3 humans and 1 dragonborn.
Okay, which one is the closest to me that I could reach with my Ray of Frost?
The drakes or the dragonborn.
Let's say I just aim at the dragonborn with the Ray of Frost. And I rolled an 11 plus 5, that's 16.
That's it.
Okay. Then I will roll damage quick, and then I'm going to describe it. Freaking, I need to get a D8. I rolled a 1. Okay. So, I just basically, just point at him, and the...
Tink.
Oh, one damage is not worth it to describe.
It's a snowflake that fires at him.
The dragonborn is like, "Hey, am I bleeding?" No. Ouch, though.
For
laugh
me,
now,
you
my
shouldn't
friend. You laugh
have.
now.
Okay, so that makes it your turn, Iskandar.
The only one within range of me is the dragon, right? The bush drake.
There are 2 ambush drakes that are within striking distance of you. One
Alright,
attacking John.
Ooh, 18 plus 6, 24. 3 plus 4, 7 damage.
Oh, I need to check their hit points.
7 damage.
Oh, wow. Okay, not that. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong monster. I was like, wow, that's a lot of hit points. Alright, you strike the creature, leaving a long gash down its side. And John does the same to the one that he is fighting, which I believe makes their turn. They angrily respond by snapping at you, but you are able to turn them aside with your defenses. One of them bites your leg and is unable to gnash it, or unable to get its teeth through the chain that protects you there. One of the humans pulls out a bow and takes a shot at you, Mulgar. What's your armor class?
My armor class right now is a 12. Since I'm pretty sure the mage armor, it must have stopped by now.
I like to imagine if it was actually crass armor and it just had a bunch of dirty pictures drawn on it.
Bunch of vulgar arcane drawings all over his body.
It's just got like truck nuts and those little naked lady silhouettes that they put on mud flaps.
One is I Heart Mom.
That just makes it even worse. Jeez.
Okay. Ardor, what's your total armor class as one of them succeeded
18.
on its saving throw to strike at you?
18.
18. It does not, however, successfully shoot you with an arrow.
They are actually supposed to make a will saving throw first.
I did that, actually.
Okay. Yep, sorry.
Let's see, that leaves the Dragonborn, who... Let's see, 2 humans, 3 humans. You say one of the humans has pulled out a crossbow, but is conspicuously backing into the darkness. Like, those of you who are seasoned warriors know or can recognize the look of somebody who's abandoning their post there. And the Dragonborn picks up a heavy stick and swings at John, but fails to get past his shield. That's going to bring it back around to Mulgar. Mulgar, the ping damager.
What do I do? Fire another snowball at him?
Mulgar the Destroyer.
You wait. until I get disintegrate. Then let's talk about shit. And I roll a fucking 3.
But not at the dinner table, because that would be crass indeed.
This is the third 3. This is.
Did you roll another 3?
I'm not kidding. This is
you mean fourth, right?
It's like, dude, your character's going to be getting a lot of ribbing on our way back to the castle.
Don't worry, my alignment will slip into chaotic evil very easily.
Are you sure that your name isn't Mulgar Black 3?
Don't give them ideas.
Or Misgar.
Mulgar Drythorn.
That just makes it sexual again.
What?
Oh, whatever.
What was that?
Nothing.
He rolled a 3 at a joke.
Oh, shut up.
That's why I like that. Mulgar Mistral.
Alright. Oh, man. You're handling this very well, I might add.
That's because he's not in any danger.
Yeah. He doesn't have the dragon.
Well, the thing is that, it's just how the dice roll. And that's when I'm going to switch my d20.
Try rolling on the screen.
No, I don't trust those things. The only one I'm rolling is d8 because I don't have a d8. So.
You didn't trust them last time, and now these are rolling poorly. Maybe switching is a good idea,
It's just how it is. I mean,
because the way statistics work, like you'll probably on a computer you'll probably roll fairly.
It's okay, man. It's the destiny. That's what I like about role playing. It's not, and it's good.
All right.
I mean, the 3 together with the 8, no, that shouldn't pass any AC unless it's really weak.
It's
a 3.
Bonus to it just in case.
No, it's cool.
Also,
no, I just missed. It's cool.
Yeah.
Also, once I can summon demons and throw meteors at you guys, you can bring up that stuff again, and it's all gonna be fun. Because yeah.
If you manage to do it.
Also, I was going to say thank you for telling me the number and not saying I missed. Because I don't like that. I don't like it when people tell me that they missed.
No,
just tell me the number and I'll. Yeah.
Well, I tell you the number because because I don't know how low.
Thank you for
also, your character could eventually start a cult of the rule of 3, where they hate it and they destroy everything that's in 3s.
I'm not a religious person.
No, I mean in game. There's a thing called the rule of 3.
Well, in game, my character is not a religious person.
Okay.
So he doesn't care. I mean, he knows the gods exist, but obviously right now he doesn't really care for them at all.
It's just apparently. Maybe.
Neither do they for him, apparently.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Maybe he should be nicer to them. What'd you say your armor class was, by the way?
Mine?
Yeah.
It is a 12, since I have no way of modifying it right now.
Alright, speaking of, you take 3 points of damage because I forgot to roll that when that hit you earlier. So you are shot with an arrow.
So I'm down to 2. Great job.
Wait, I can heal you. Oh no.
I have a question. In D&D, once you're under 5, is this in this version? Do I have to roll for being conscious?
No, you do not have to roll for anything until you are at 0.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And let's see. You went. So it's actually Iskandar's time to swing blades. And
I think he played this turn.
I think it was just he just because Mulgar just went. And we laughed at him for 15 minutes.
Right.
He rolled another
I rolled with this dice. This die is somehow cursed because I roll now 3 times. I get a 10, a 3, and another 3 or something like that. This is ridiculous.
I don't think the internet is cursed.
It might be. It might be.
Okay.
Filled
Okay.
with
Now
voodoo
it's
dolls.
different, but anyway.
That's what we get for building the internet on an Indian burial ground.
The miniature men in the dice are working against you.
I'm rolling for attack.
I also hear that the internet was built in a refurbished asylum from the 1800s.
Rolled an 11.
I think it's the gremlins.
And 11, is that with or your bonuses or without?
Yeah, that's with bonuses.
That is going to be a miss.
All right. Can I do a handle animal check to see if I can command them to disengage?
You can, but it will be an action. So you can attempt that on your next turn if you'd like.
Oh, then I'm just going to keep attacking.
Okay. That is. I'm gonna go ahead and let Solar go. I'm actually going to bump you up to just behind Mitchell.
All right.
Because that lets me roll through the players much more quickly. I think we can get through this more quickly if I handle all the NPCs at once and all the players at once.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell?
Do I? What?
Oh, I just heard some weird noise. I was trying to figure out if it was outside. I wanted to make sure it wasn't any of my stupid animals getting into a fight with some stupid animal that roams the land free. Because my cats like to get into fights with possums and raccoons and shit.
Yeah.
So, go.
And other cats. Sorry, what was that?
Did you check?
I'm not hearing it anymore. I don't know. Maybe it was on the TV or...
Alright, so let's then...
Maybe it was the ghost of 3.
Unless you hear it again. So, does Ardor know if, Dragonborn usually speak common?
People usually speak common in general.
Alright, he will, strike a heroic pose, draw his sword and point it, well not draw, I mean, like, swing it towards, point it towards the Dragonborn. He will say, bow before Tyr and live, and he will increase the volume of his voice once again with thaumaturgy. It'll be really loud. Actually, no, screw that. Forget that. He will, because I think I read that somewhere. It's not above the influence of the spell. He will make the earth tremble slightly.
Is that with thaumaturgy?
Yep. Quake. Like a really small quake.
Okay.
So it'll feel like a fat chick sat down too fast.
That's an oddly specific example.
Oh, right, I'm supposed to roll Intimidate, I think. Right, sorry.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
That will be... 15, and, you know, if you want to give me any, you know, bonuses or something, you know.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's see. Let me roll through these guys. Okay, that's going to actually be their turn. The Dragonborn guy actually is kind of... takes a partial step back. He doesn't look intimidated, and he just kind of like drops his weapon. And he's like, "I'm not paid enough for this," and takes off into the darkness as well.
Close enough.
So, if he was, he maybe just was toughing it out. It's like, nah, it's okay.
So there's just the alligator thing then.
Yep, just the little dragon monster beasts,
The
and
drakes.
2 humans shooting arrows at you guys.
Alright, there's also those guys.
Yes.
Please tell me at least one of them is trying to shoot me.
Yes. Yes, the one that tried to shoot you before. He does for 3 points of damage.
With the wisdom and the AC and everything?
Yes.
Nice.
He's got a pretty lucky shot there. The other one attempts to shoot you, Iskandar, but is unable to because of your shield. The arrow shatters as it strikes against your shield, and bits of it fly over your head.
Wait, how much does the oh right, never mind, I added it. Sorry.
Alright, John strikes his ambush drake again, and Lou likewise turns and stabs it with his spear. The one on the right is not looking good. It is then your turn, Mulgar.
I'm gonna do a I'm gonna aim my ray of frost at the guy who shot me. Yes.
Maybe you'll hit it.
In my mind, I will curse to an imaginary over-deity called the DM. Somehow fox-shaped for some reason, that it can go, fuck itself. You gotta be fucking kidding me. That's what I get from saying that. I rolled a 2 now.
Oh!
I rolled a fucking 2. You might have switched my dice. There we go.
Oh, man. Now I'm starting to feel bad. Like, I was taking getting a lot of joy out of it earlier.
Yeah, of course you were. You're a fucking
behind
DM.
the screen Dungeon Master joy.
Yeah,
Now I'm starting to feel bad.
Originally, this was funny. Now it's just sad.
Yeah, that was
I
getting...
think it's so funny.
It is still a little funny. I said it's starting to make me sad.
It's like midget jokes, dude. They're overdone, but you still gotta laugh.
It's coming around. It's gotta come around eventually. You
Yeah.
can't roll bad forever. Maybe it's just saving up maybe you're just getting all your crap rolls out of the way because, your dice know what's coming.
He's
All
gonna
right.
be getting 19s and 20s for the next rolls.
Forebode. Alright, that's gonna make it your turn, Mitchell.
Alright, let's see if I can finally kill this thing. Ooh, 19 unmodified, so that's
That definitely
25.
hits. In fact, it's such a high roll, I'm going to give you an additional +1 damage.
Not too much. Let's see, 7, 8 damage.
Okay. I'm actually going to go ahead and rule that will kill it, however you would like to do that.
I'm gonna say it tries to take a bite at me, but I'm gonna be able to wrap it, catch it so it his jaws snatch the edge of my shield, which I then thrust to the ground to kind of pin it, and I flip my sword into a reverse stab and stab it deep into its body.
Okay. It snarls and goes still. Solar?
Just a second. Resetting my saving throw stuff because you said it was 10 plus wisdom plus proficiency, and it's 8.
It's 8 plus your proficiency plus your wisdom, which is why
Yeah.
earlier I just said 10 plus wisdom.
Right. Okay. Did anything important happen? Did anyone die?
None of your friends.
All right. Then just attack the lizard if it's still alive.
There is one still alive.
All right. I'm so disorganized. 1d8 would be for longsword and then plus strength, right?
Yes.
All right. First roll for attack. I will try to strike the wizard. The lizard. You're a lizard, Harry.
Wanna strike me now?
I was about to say, we have now covered all of the Dungeons and Dragons logos.
That's like 9, I think. It's 8, actually. Is it 8? It's kind of low. It's +4, so 9. Yeah, pretty bad.
That is not quite enough. As it turns its body, deflecting your blow slightly with the thick spines on its back.
I'll pause for a moment to admire the scales and think how maybe this creature isn't at fault for attacking us.
I'm just now imagining it just like sitting
I'm gonna
back.
try and tame it next turn.
I'm gonna make a code out of you.
Okay, that makes it. Okay. Lou also fails to strike it, but John stabs it in the head, bringing the beast down. There are still a few archers remaining. Sweet mercy. Okay.
It's never good when the DM says "sweet mercy."
Yeah.
And
Maybe I'm getting all my awesome rolls out of the way while you guys are in relative safety. That's going to be 4 damage to Iskandar.
All right.
As an arrow manages to find a path to your arm, and the shieldman beside you is struck through the eye. He staggers back, starting to try to say a few things, but only gibberish comes out before he collapses to the ground.
Yeah, he was trying to protect you, so...
That is going to make it Mulgar's turn.
Okay, I take aim again with the Ray of Frost.
Maybe you should do that.
And I rolled a 10, and I add my 5, so that's 15.
You hit!
As I make my little movements, and then I take my 2 hands and I do this, and as it just finishes, it becomes an ice bow, and I let go, and the arrow becomes an ice beam and hits him.
All right, roll your damage.
I get a 7.
All right, that will kill him.
Okay, so as the ice beam hits him, he looks at me in shock, and his body starts to freeze up. Can he like freeze and die like that?
Yeah, sure.
That cool. So he freezes up into like a solid piece of ice, and then he falls back and just shatters into like gibbly bits of frozen chunks of meat and gore. Yeah, pretty much.
So a few of them fly through the air and land in your wine goblet.
I was figuring out the special moves, and like wait, I gotta figure out the special moves. Don't hit me. Okay. And like every fighting game you ever played.
All right, that makes it.
You were missing. You were hitting the wrong button combination.
Yeah, there we go.
That makes it your turn, Iskandar.
All the enemies are dead in front of me, so they're all at range, right?
There is one remaining. He is about 10 feet back and just shot you in the arm with an arrow.
All right, I can reach him.
Not immediately, but, the last time you got hit, that was him.
That was last turn.
So, immediately.
So I'm gonna go up and try and take him out.
All right, give me a roll on that.
I don't think that'll hit. 12.
That might hit. Let me double check. Because some of these guys got... Actually, that totally hits.
Oh, nice.
Look at that.
And of course, my dice on the damage die. If it doesn't want me to hit, it's not going to want me to do a whole lot of damage. 7.
7. He dies. You slay him.
Nice. As I see the guy who had shot me, I stride forward rather quickly. The arrow in my arm is impeding its movement, so I grab it with my teeth and yank it out that way, for snapping it between my jaws as I reach him. And fortunately, he's rather surprised by the display and can't properly defend with the bow in his hand, so I just simply thrust forward with my sword straight into his neck, spearing it through onto the other side.
Alright, he slides off your blade to the ground dead, and the air around you begins to feel a sudden calmness as you begin to realize that the danger has been dealt with. Nearby are the doors, nearby you are the doors to the sanctuary, barely still on the hinges. The roosters are back.
Sorry.
Can I roll to see if any of the pet dragons are still alive?
They are both dead.
Alright. Well, there goes my pet.
Regarding the fire, the man said the church was on fire, and apparently we saw that as we came.
There's a great deal of smoke billowing up from the rear.
Don't see fire?
You aren't seeing any fire, no.
I'll try and go.
There is a deal of smoke coming out from where the doors are cracked, though.
I'll try go and smash on the door and say, "Hey, we've come to help."
I'm gonna kick it open. I'm tired. Okay. I'm hurting. I'm pretty damaged.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna in the back. I'm gonna break off the arrow, so not completely, but I'm not gonna pull it out. I'm gonna wait till we get to the medic.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna say that the door. It's a large double door. The door on the left gives way when you kick it. That's how close they were to entering. Inside, you find a large conglomeration of people. They begin moving back a bit frightened. One of them, a short, heavy-set woman in ash-stained robes, is like, "No, I saw them. They're trying to help." She is wearing her robes are emblazoned with the symbols of Chantea, the goddess of agriculture, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, that should be her.
She's apparently, I believe, the actual land.
Yeah. The earth itself. So she's wearing the shock of wheat that symbolizes Chantea. And
you hear me speak. I'm getting you out of here.
Fear no harm. We've come from the city to help. Want me to roll?
I think your attributes are high enough to not need to in this case. I think you're just that charming. The people inside quickly calm and begin moving forward, actually fairly quickly. The cathedral is filled with smoke.
Can I see where the smoke is originating from?
Hold on for a second. Hold on, I actually have to go check something.
Well then.
Yep.
Hey, I'll be back in a couple minutes. Hold on.
Sounds good.
This is where you would put an annotation to skip.
Or technical difficulty screen would pop up. But anyway, by the time he comes back, we somehow single-handedly massacred the entire invading force.
I don't think that's the entire invading force, though, but yeah, sure.
Well, while he's gone, technically the game's still in play.
So that's so yeah. Of course.
They tried to burn a church.
Yeah.
Such a deed never goes unpunished.
We took the burning to them.
That was so weak. I mean, you could have made a pun or something. I was expecting a pun.
Yeah.
Grab your torch and pitchfork. Besides, which is funny, the expected or the unexpected?
Whichever one is more funny.
Well, jokes literally, the definition is that it's unexpected.
No, not necessarily.
Well,
you can expect it, like you can read someone's, personality and know what they're gonna say and still laugh at it because it's funny.
Well, that's then more the presentation than anything. So, but yeah, we can. It's hard to say. For me, often it just depends. It's just honestly, if I just laugh at it.
I'll laugh at a joke that I know if it's good.
Yeah, but if you heard the joke so many times, then
it eventually starts to lose the humor.
Unless it's a really good joke and I've heard it like way too many times, then it's always funny.
Okay.
I don't know, it depends. There's like really stupid humor that like.
Well, there's stupid humor. There's stuff like I can a lot of times I'll laugh at the stupidest stuff like really dumb fart jokes or something.
Or like the
that,
green dragon joke.
Yeah, but that's an inside joke. That's different. You got a personal connection to that. Inside jokes are again a little bit. They're different.
They're still jokes.
Yes, but it's like you don't have to say an entire joke.
Anything can be an inside joke spreading across the entirety of humanity if it's like popular enough.
Well, okay, but if you say.
It being an inside joke just means a limited number of people know about it.
If I say
that's pretty much any joke.
If I say green dragon to somebody, they won't find that humorous. But to us, it's, as I said, it's an inside joke. We just have to say that, and then we remember that event that happened that we found funny,
Like I said, an inside joke is just like any other joke. A limited number of people knows it.
Yeah, but it's not a full setup joke. There's no setup and anything unless you explain the event. So
yeah, the setup already happened, but like you can tell a joke that everyone's heard and they all know the setup. You could just tell the ending if it fits a situation as like a response to something, and the people who know the setup will laugh, possibly.
Okay, I guess, but I think the definition of the joke that there's a setup is basically you say a little story of some sort, and then there is the zinger at the end, that's what the definition of a joke is in that sense. An inside joke.
I think there's a definition of a joke.
Well, we can look in Wiki, really. I don't want to
argue.
We can
look the definition of the word.
I don't like to argue about these things. So.
I don't know. Are we arguing?
No. But it's all what I was saying. If you say to somebody "green dragon," it's not going to be funny to them.
So this was all in character, by the way.
Okay, but we're not in character.
The village cathedral is looking at us funny.
I never said that I'm in character, and since the DM is gone, I assume
that's the joke, though. See, no setup.
People, we just sit down and start discussing philosophy on what an inside joke really is.
There was no setup to that, by the way.
It's not really a joke. You just said that we are.
I know. I thought it was funny.
Well, sure, it is somewhat funny. I that happened in my games all the time, also, or games that I played, other games. But right now, it was just since the DM is gone, I was assuming we're out of character. So.
Yeah, it's pretty much always when the DM's gone, you're always out of character unless you're having a moment with the character.
Yeah, because basically the world is gone, so all that we're are the characters.
And also, you could like cheat. Also, you could like say, "Hey Joe, this is what's gonna happen. Watch out." And that I would consider cheating. So.
That's by the way, that's how I imagine it when the GM leaves. Like, there's no world and the characters remain in the same place. And the world returns when the GM does.
Well, that's a cool idea. I imagine that the world is paused, so to speak.
He brings the world. He is the reactions.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now, I wanted to go take a look around because I swear I heard something out there, and it sounded not unlike a demon shrieking from the bowels of hell. So it may just be a fox.
So that's what the fox says.
Who are you gonna call?
Oh my god, there's just so much wasted potential. I can't even. I mean, you came close.
What? Who are you gonna call?
Both
that
of you.
Doesn't say anything to you?
You came close, but I mean...
Two?
Ghostbusters? Do I have to spell it out?
Like, work on it a couple of seconds at least. It's worth the wait.
It wasn't a big joke. It was just said it sounded like a demon shrieking from hell, and then I said, yeah, who are you gonna call? That wasn't like... Anyway. Let's continue, I'd say.
I don't know if anybody has ever actually.
If anyone's interested, what I was gonna say is I think you failed a listen check.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh shit. Well, then. Hopefully someone heard that. I'm not crazy.
I heard it.
What was it?
Was it the thunder?
I think so. Okay. So, game? And sorry, Fox, I think I interrupted you. I'm an asshole.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah, but if you want to hear what I'm talking about, as of the sound that foxes make at night.
I know that. I actually looked it up after I heard that song because I was pretty sure that foxes actually make legit noises.
Yeah, they do. They make awful, horrifying noises.
Most of the time they sound like dogs.
They're the same genus, I believe, or something.
Yeah.
They're both canines.
They're descended from a common ancestor.
Wolves too.
Yep.
The Chihuahua.
It definitely has the aggression.
Today, I actually watched a video of a Chihuahua playing with a Great Dane. And I had to stop there and look at them and think, man, we did this. This is our fault.
Yep.
But, alright. The people are calming and coming to your... Sorry?
I was just trying to remind you where we are.
The villagers are... The villagers are calming and coming close. There are quite a few of them. You're guessing somewhere in the neighborhood of 24. Hold on a second.
God bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you. At the front of them is, now that she's coming closer to the door and the light of the fire is outside, a half-elf woman says, just like, thank you so much. I don't know how long those doors would have held. Like, I don't know if we could have fought them. Like, my name is Yadain Falconmoon.
You're welcome, madam. I am Mulgar Blackthorn.
I approach the both of you. We don't have much time. We have to get to the keep.
The multiverse serves those who do no harm, by the way.
Yeah, we should definitely move out of this area, I think. That would be the most logical course of action.
Say, we'll have to hurry. Is it safe, the road to the keep?
We just
yes. We just have to go now.
Alright. Which is like, we have to go. There's like people trying to argue. They're like, no, dude, we can just shore the door.
Well, okay, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna use intimidation on them. What? I rolled 8. Well, I have +2, so... 8 plus 2, I got a 10.
I'm just gonna grab him and carry him if I have to. I'm strong enough.
Well, yeah, okay, but before I manhandle them, or dragon handle them, whatever, I will...
Dragon manhandle.
I guess that...
Wait,
so
who are we dragging?
So I rolled an 8 plus 2, so that's 10.
Yeah, that's good enough. That'll convince them to shut up.
I say, if you want to die, please, go and die. I don't care. But if you want to live, you will follow us. This crap is boring me. Let's go.
And I'll do the opposite. I'll try to calm them down and say this place isn't safe anymore. The city is.
Well, I rolled, so.
Yeah. Both.
You can
if you want, but.
Okay, so I basically intimidate them and you calm them down. I like that.
We got a good cop, bad cop thing.
Good cop, bad cop. There we go.
I'm going to be at the front of the group. I'm also going to grab my spear from wherever it landed.
All right, it's easily retrieved. You guys hurry back. I'm sure seeking no trouble as you have a large group of civilians in tow.
Okay, and I'm hurt.
And you are hurting. You manage to make it back somehow without drawing an attack party down on you. In short order, between yourselves and the city guards that are milling about the keep trying to help people inside, you're able to fight through their lines.
Okay.
Inside, the people are left to be reunited with family and friends and neighbors.
I will go to the mayor. May I ask one more time what his name was? I'll write it down this time.
The mayor's name is Governor Nighthill.
Governor Nighthill, okay. Because usually I don't tell my players if they haven't written it down, but unless they do an IQ check. But
it's been a week. It's been a week.
Night.
Has it been already a week? Wow.
It's been a week for you. It's been, it's been like 2 hours for your character. So.
Okay. Yeah. For us, yeah, it has been a week. Yeah.
For everybody in real life, it's been a whole week. I don't expect you guys to remember every little detail.
Yeah, that's why I usually write it down, but I forgot to write it down last time. So.
I mean, hell, I can't even keep straight whether it's you guys did this or the other troop did this, so I shouldn't be too taxing.
Well, it's the problem if you're running the same module with 2 groups. So.
I keep looking at this Dungeon Master screen and thinking I should bevel that. Give it a little bit of a 3D look.
That is the important question. So I go to the governor.
That's the most important thing.
Yes. I go to the governor and I tell him basically that I have recognized through my superior intelligence and training that we are dealing here with the cult of Tiamat that for some reason have attacked this village. And then I explained to him the different attackers and also the symbol also, and yes, why the significant why the cult, and I'm asking him, why would the cult of Tiamat attack this city? Would there be anything that would interest them here? Or do they have a feud here?
Is like, from what I've been able to get out of the creature that you and your compatriots took prisoner, they just want our goods, our riches, to offer the Dragon Mother.
Did you find out where their base of operation is, possibly?
He's like, I did it.
Is our prisoner still alive?
He's like, she is, but I don't think she knows anything else of interest. Like it's like I know most of them are just hired hands. They're just unscrupulous sellswords. Like, but
would I be allowed to talk to her? Maybe, maybe I could be of assistance.
I turn to Mulgar and say I would probably be the best one to do that.
She did show you resentment, though, and I do also speak Draconic.
You're also an elf.
A high elf.
And
please.
I am the law.
And
yes.
So what I'm saying is here that a high elf, okay, get it right, and I don't call you either lizard-born, I call you a dragon-born, obviously. So, yes, I might be a high elf, but this is not necessarily something that, she might be resistant more to you, because she sees you as a traitor to her own kind. I am just a random high elf.
You might be the same race, but me being high elf actually makes me better for the job.
A worshipper of Bahamut. A traitor
no.
to dragonkind.
I'm more willing to possibly do whatever it takes to get the information out of her, because she's of your same kind. You are maybe not.
You didn't see the look in her eyes. If she was a worshipper of Tiamat, I doubt she is fully one now. She was completely and utterly defeated.
It's ridiculous to think that kobolds would know anything of her. I believe that only the woman leading them had something to do with dragons.
Out of character, she's a dragonborn, not a kobold. Right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So
there was a lot of kobolds and stuff. I mean, I don't think my character doesn't think that there's anything. He thinks that basically only the person in charge had knowledge of the dragons. The only one who had the tattoos and stuff, anyway.
Iskander, obviously, you as a great warrior, full of honor and everything, you go ahead, be my guest. It is up to you. If you want to try it, obviously, you can try. Once you're done with your attempt, I will try mine. You might know the ways of war, but I know the ways of convincing people. And that is a different war fought on a different battlefield. You might not like me simply because I'm of another race, but you can possibly understand.
It's not your race I have a problem with, it's your attitude.
Oh, my attitude. What is the problem with my attitude?
The amount of disrespect you show to others.
What disrespect? I know who I am, and I show who I am. There's no
We're all here to help the
thing.
city. Let's just move on.
I have a problem with your constant babbling about honor and that stuff. So, but I never complained, not once. So.
Let us focus at the task at hand. It's much more significant than.
I'm focusing at the task at hand. You go ahead. You do what you want.
Excuse me, gentlemen. If you really want to be helpful, there is an old disused tunnel that we could use to get some of these people to greater safety. Like, for all we know, a bigger attack is coming. Their numbers are fairly great. If they actually organize them, they might breach my walls.
Yes, that is a good idea.
You would be completely unprepared.
I'm not finished yet, Dragonborn. Oh. I will acquire healing, and I will need at least 4 hours to meditate, so I can regain my spell powers. And then we can talk about a plan of rescuing the people. Now I'm finished. And then I go behind and start looking for somebody to get healing for my arrow wound.
Out of character, I didn't hear your character start talking until like halfway through my sentence.
Okay, out of character, I didn't know that. So.
Yeah.
And I just reacted in character, so don't take any offense. So.
Oh no, I'm not. I know it.
Those of you who are wounded can have your wounds restored by Adrian.
Okay, do we get them full hit points?
Yeah, you guys can go ahead and go back to full hit points.
I will start meditating, which will take 4 hours, then I will regain my spell slots.
Okay.
That counts as a full rest for me.
Yes, I am aware.
Yep.
What of Ardor and Iskander?
I will try to lead the people and gather them and do this whole tunnel and whatever their plan is to get the people to safety. I will get to work on that.
Okay. Mitchell?
I wouldn't be of much help to anything. I've already in 2 hours done numerous things, healed myself many bit, gone through 2 major battles, done something that was nearly impossible for my kind, which was uses their breath weapon 2 times within just a few, not even an hour of its previous use. And then there's, of course, the fact that everything in reality is shifting around me right now. I'm probably...
Evil doesn't sleep, so neither must the good.
Well, what was that, Solar?
Evil doesn't sleep, so neither must good.
I'm not going to be able to sleep. I'm probably going to try and take at least a rest. I won't be able to for around 2 hours because of my PTSD. And do you want me to describe that, Fox, or should I just say where I end up or anything?
Whichever you would prefer.
Alright, so I think Mulgar probably would have seen the signs of this, as well as probably Azalea. So they may have realized what's happening.
I'm semi-conscious still, so.
Yeah, I know it's a meditative thing where you're still partially
so
conscious to the world. I would end up just looking like I'm wandering aimlessly, but to me, the castle is gone, and I'm just at this border country across from these mountains, and the village is partially obscured in flames. The soldiers around me are not human. They're dragonborn in various stages of damage. Numerous of them are soldiers that I had previously commanded who had not made it back. And basically, they would always just be looking at me everywhere I go. About 2 hours later, and I'll be softly singing to myself a few things that would slightly speed up the process. Anything that would singing of the battle that had happened. I'm pretty sure you guys don't want me to sing that though, but when I'd snap out of it, I'd either be on top of either the top of the keep in the battlements, or either in the dungeons from just wandering aimlessly. Which would I be, Fox? Oh, I can just roll a percentile die and on either side of the D50.
Yeah, give me go ahead and give me any die you want to roll, and just tell me if it's above or below the median.
I'm gonna roll a percentile then.
Okay.
Ooh. Ooh, 100.
100. That's going to be up top on the battlements. Let me talk with two things real fast. First of all,
right.
Everybody gets a point of inspiration.
Okay.
For various things that I should have been handing them out earlier. I've actually been thinking about this since the middle of the last fight. And Mitchell, I will go ahead and give you a second point of inspiration for that scene. Now, Solar, you went down to help clear the old tunnel, yes?
Yeah, I basically want to prepare everything so that when everyone is ready and rested, that we can make a break for it. I won't take too long, so that the full 4 or 8 hours. I'll probably get to rest as well once I'm done. But first, I just want to make sure that everyone is as prepared as can be.
Okay. What you find at the bottom is that the door to the old tunnel is deep beneath the castle, and the room it is in is piled high with old crates and boxes. It's pretty clear that this is extremely disused. What you come to find out is that this tunnel was built as an escape means to a sally port near the river, but the keep has, in its 100 years standing, never been sieged. So over time, people just stopped considering it as such, and it's fallen greatly into disrepair.
All right. How stacked is it with these crates? Is it like a stockpile, or is it like just there's random stuff there?
For the most part, it almost looks like a storage room for old or broken crates and barrels. There's plenty of people that can help you clear that, but it would take probably in the neighborhood of 10 minutes.
Well, that's all right. We've apparently got some time on our hands, so I'll go for that.
Fox, whenever I would reach the top of the keep, since it's only been 2 hours and we still got about 2 hours left before Mulgar's finished, I would probably see the city in flames before me, before it would be too much on my mind, and I would drop to my knees and place my back against the castle perimeter and just finally let the tears fall before my mind finally shuts down and I'm passed out.
Okay. Let me get back to you on that, because this is what's happening now is happening while you're roaming about.
Yeah.
So we're kind of in an overlapping time. So let me take care of this.
I was just trying to fill the 4-hour time frame from when Mulgar gets back.
All right. You also have been given a key, Arter.
Mm-hmm.
But the lock is old and disused and corroded. Can you give me a dexterity test?
I can. Just a second. 20 natural.
Nice. All right. You easily get it open. Inside the old tunnel, you can see about halfway down its length, I think. Maybe, yeah, about that. Somewhere in the neighborhood of halfway down its length, thanks to your dark vision, thanks to your elfish ancestry. You can see that there's some kind of creature swarming around inside of it, but other than that, it looks like it is just filled with old cobwebs and dust. Actually, opening it gives you a blast of not foul air, but air that's had a long time for a lot of dust to build up and a lot of dander. You can smell that there's definitely some kind of animal down here.
Some kind of animal?
Yes. Some kind of animals have been using this tunnel as a home. The air in here is filled with particles and tiny bits of cobweb that have decayed and come loose.
All right, I will. I believe I'll recall some siege protocols from a book I read somewhere sometime of a country far away, and I'll try to use those, and I'll send a couple of the men helping me down with weapons to get those animals out of the way, and I'll lock the door behind them. And I will give them a password to say
okay.
when they return to make sure it's them. I will give them torches as well, of course, and armor if they have access to it.
Alright. Where the crap is it? There it is.
I won't be going, though, because I'm much more useful than they are.
after a few minutes, you're in. Or you hear one of the guys like, "What's that?" And then you start hearing them yelling and the sounds of clashes and high-pitched squeaking and screeching noises.
Mm-hmm. Or are you rolling?
A few minutes later, they come back smacking on the doors like, "Let me in! Let us in!"
Password.
And I don't remember what the password is.
I think you never said one.
There was no password. It's just whatever you want.
Maybe that's the password. There is no password. Literally, that sentence.
Well, the password is password.
I guess the password would be
speculative.
Light the tunnel.
Light the tunnel.
Yep.
It's like light the tunnel.
I mean, I guess that would be something that if anyone coerced them to say the password, and if they said it, they'd probably die and they'd hear it. You know what I mean?
Like light the tunnel. We were just here. Let us in.
Yep. Okay. I'll unlock the door and I'll have a couple of other people there, standing by just in case. I'll open the door widely and see if I can help them.
They come in kind of bloodied up a little bit. One of them limping. It's like, damn thing's full of rats.
You're limping from rats?
It's like a bunch of them.
All right, I'll go into the tunnel myself, and I'll throw the key to one of the others standing behind the door, ready, and I'll say same deal, lock the door, and I'll go in and I'll cast the cantrip light on let's say my shield.
Okay. You definitely find signs that there were rats here, and as you get far enough in, you find a healthy number of dead rats that have been stomped or kicked to death. But you find any remaining rats seem to have retreated. Perhaps into holes in the wall, perhaps further down the tunnel.
All right, I'll go back then. Say the password. Light the tunnel. Looks pretty safe.
All right. The tunnel is fairly easily cleared. Honestly, you guys could just walk down. Anyone with torches can burn the cobwebs out of the way.
I think if everything's clear and everyone's ready, I'll probably go and get some rest then as well, because it's probably, it probably took me some time to get to the city anyway. Okay. And I assume that wouldn't have taken too much time after they went to sleep.
20-25 minutes, somewhere in that neighborhood. Not too very long.
And I suppose I'd probably go around telling everyone to rest up, because oh my god, there's probably a difficult day ahead.
Okay. Mitchell. You were saying something about a song?
Yeah, I can post it in the chat if you want.
Does it have any large crescendos, a loud hit at some point?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as you're wandering down the battlement, kind of inside your head, thinking of that song playing over, you suddenly realize that this loud, striking crescendoed hit wasn't there. It was elsewhere, and it kind of brings you back to yourself as you feel bits of rock bouncing off the scales on your face. You shake the fog off and open your eyes to see the ass end of a blue dragon as it flies away, and a section of the wall slightly crumbling, and still sparking with electricity. Everybody who is resting below is suddenly disturbed as they start hearing a lot of extremely urgent screaming.
Okay, so do I awake too, obviously?
Yes.
I'm not even, like, told. I mean, I'm semi... Okay. So am I fully rested at this point? So has 4 hours passed? Because I could also do arcane recovery, which... well, no, I can't, because I need to be level 2 to do that. Because it's half the level. Anyway, so sorry, forget that, what I said.
By the way, I took the key and the door is locked, and there's guards.
Alrighty. People are now running around. There are soldiers trying to get them to not panic. There are some soldiers who are panicking. You hear the scream of dragon among them.
So out of
you also heard an incredibly loud thunderclap, as though it came from inside the keep itself.
My question is again, if I have rested, do I have all my spell points?
You slots have not had the full 4 hours, no.
I like to make a short speech, so let me know to the soldiers panicking, or just all together when you're ready. Let me know.
He's so happy. Look at him. He just wants to dance a little joy dance.
Fox,
this is exactly what he wanted to happen. Sorry.
Since I haven't passed out or anything, I'm going to say I'm going to be taking a disadvantage on every roll.
Okay.
Wait, panicking guys within the dream. Okay, sorry.
Okay, so at first I wanna find out where the noise is coming, because when they say dragon, I'm not quite sure. Maybe they're just seeing something. So I try to find somebody and to ask them, what dragon are you speaking of?
You grab a woman who is just kind of not panicking, just kind of staring at the sky in terror, and she just looks at you without saying anything and then points up. If you follow her finger, you see a blue dragon.
Like how big of a blue dragon? Like an elder one, or like huge, basically. I mean, any dragon would be intimidating. I'm not saying, but
I'm trying to remember the exact. Let me look at the size.
You don't have to say the exact size. It's obviously huge, right?
Yes, quite a good sized dragon. It's not like monstrously large.
Okay, but would it out of character? Would it be the size of an adult dragon at least?
It is huge.
Okay.
It is huge.
So anyway, a blue dragon. Okay, I'm saying. Well, this is even for me a little bit too much entertainment, and I start like what I try to do here is I try to I want to go to the underground tunnel and see what's going up there, and see if there's a possibility to get out of there through the tunnel.
If you're running towards the tunnel, then I'll just say my bit and go there, leading the men, because I have the key. Basically,
do you want to go ahead and say your speech?
Yeah, it's just like a short sentence or two, and it'll end with. Are
you amplifying that with thaumaturgy?
I suppose if they can't hear me, then for everyone to hear me, I would do that.
Yes, that would be very helpful.
I will then, and I will basically will culminate with so steel yourselves, men. The dragons are mighty, but the gods are mightier, and they are on our side. Ready your weapons and run towards the escape tunnel, and I'll turn around and say, "Follow me," and I'll go towards the escape tunnel fast as I can. As fast as I can. Want me to roll?
If you would like to.
You're the GM. Okay, give me a second. That's what is that? Persuasion?
Yeah, sure. That is, I believe, the most appropriate.
18 total.
Okay. You are actually quite effective at rallying people out of their panic and giving them some direction, either through the tunnels to escape or to their posts to defend as best they can. As the dragon flies over the keep, this time not firing anything, just roaring at people.
All right.
Well, if I would have a spell, I would check for detect magic, but since I can't, there's kind of no point.
Then we rest up.
Wait. Then something comes to my mind, and I say, if there's some kind of and I go to the closest where I can see the dragon, and possibly if I could maybe recognize it through like history. I do have I believe. 1 second. Do I have a book on history?
Were we interrupted, or did we rest?
Yes, I have a book on history. I'm rolling. I have a +3 in history skill, and it doesn't matter. I rolled a 3. This dice can go fuck itself.
Wizard and the fighter can consider that a short rest.
Oh, okay.
Okay, then I will have 1 spell slot, I guess, right?
No, you don't get any spell slots back unless you do finish a long rest.
Well, okay.
But anything else, anything you have that refreshes...
I have Arcane Recovery, but it only says like half my level, so only next level I can do a short rest to get a spell slot. So, yeah,
okay.
That's a different
well, if you can do... I'll just round that up and let you get 1 back then.
It's fine. I want to play in the rules.
So I don't think an ability that you have should do nothing. If they don't want it to do something, then they should give it to you at a higher level. So, I will very much rule in your favor on that as far as getting.
Thanks. Then I have 1 spell slot. Thanks.
All right. Let me see. I have to.
Actually, Fox, how close am I to the destroyed battlement? I mean, am I really close to it, or?
About 8 meters or so.
Oh, okay. How far up the battlement am I? Because I have a rope and grappling hook.
You're actually walking around, or you had been walking around the. I can't remember what it's called. The area where the soldiers will walk to be able to use their bows.
Catwalk.
Yeah, sure. There are a couple soldiers laying dead there. There is not an outrageous amount of damage to the wall. One of the castellations has been destroyed. But the wall itself is thick, well built, and maintained. So
the wall hasn't collapsed?
No, it's scarred, but it isn't crumbling. It's not in. It's not yet in danger of letting. It's not in any danger of letting anybody inside. But if you were there, you know that if anybody who was standing there didn't have a good time.
They're in a bad way.
Yeah, that was. If you're on the battlements when a adult blue dragon breath weapons at you, you're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah. I look out to see if there's anybody coming to try and take advantage of this weakening of the structural perimeter.
Out of character, the blue dragons are the ones doing the lightning bolt breath damage, right?
Blue dragons have lightning.
Right. Okay, then I remember well. Okay.
Right. There doesn't seem to be anybody wanting to get close at this point. They just seem to be letting the dragon do his thing. Which most recently...
enemies.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I mean. They're actually kind of retreated back. They have kind of formed a perimeter out at the edge of where the light is around the keep. It's not a good range to fire from. Like, they could still be hit, but it would be difficult. And the archers on the wall are focusing their attention on the dragon. Those who haven't, crapped themselves and fled.
Can I tell if they're getting ready to try and storm us, or not?
Yes, honestly, you're getting the impression that they're just probably just kind of, watching in the show. Kind of cheering them on.
Okay. I'll shout out to the archers currently trying to peg the dragon. Put down your bows and get within the castle. It will do nothing against its scales.
One of them's like, we have to try. Two others have taken your advice and are heading quickly to the ladders.
Well, I didn't say to him, then at least take cover.
Okay. As you're speaking to him, the dragon has flown back around and blasts him off of the wall with another bolt of lightning.
Wilhelm scream.
Bah. Boo. Boo, Wilhelm screams. They're firing
just
ballistas
shake my head, goddammit, Leroy.
Well, he did run into a dragon.
Many.
Many whelps to deal with it.
Yeah.
Ah, man, that joke has kind of faded away. I miss it. I miss many whelps. Deal with it. Okay, what are you guys doing? You two went below to the tunnels, right?
Yeah, and then I attempted to recognize the dragon, and I rolled the cursed 3. So.
Another 3!
Yes.
Definitely a dragon. It has some maturity. It has some maturity to it.
Okay.
It is blue. And
could I maybe try one more time with the roll? Is that possible?
It seems to be some kind of blue dragon.
That can fire electricity.
Its capability is that it is blue and it flies.
You have heard tales of a dragon in the mountains to the north. His name's whispered to be Lenithor, but he rarely comes down from his peaks, preferring instead to stay to his eyries.
Wait, seriously? We've heard that? Oh, he's heard that. Okay.
It's just actually that's pretty relatively close to where you're from. So you may have also heard it, but most people believe that it's just a children's story.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then I'm going towards the. I close my book, put it in my backpack, and I go to the tunnel to see. But first, I'm thinking, well.
Going to the tunnel to see butt first?
Yes, I'm looking at butts.
Why, yes, I am 32 this year.
Yeah. But what I wanted to say is that I go first. Then it came to my mind, where the hell is the dragon born? And I see Solar's character, Aaron.
just by the way, while we were heading inside, I turned over my shoulder, looking up at the sky and at the dragon, and I gripped my fist, and under my breath I said, "Someday," and I smiled, and then I went in.
So I'm like, and before he like finishes epic thing, I rudely interrupt and say, "Hey, have you seen our dragonborn friend Iskandar?"
I'll try to look around then.
Yeah, I follow.
I mean, out of character, I'm trying to look around to see if I'd seen him anywhere.
As you begin to do so, a woman turns, and you recognize her, Mulgar, as Lannon, the housewife who was fighting with a pitchfork against kobolds, whom the lot of you rescued a few hours prior. Okay, while she tried to defend her family. She turns and she's like the dragon man among you. She's like, I saw him on the wall.
Oh, great! He probably had one of his episodes. At least I was thinking he might be afflicted of that. Anyway, I will go and get him here. So. And I look at Argor and I say, Argor, wait here. We'll be right back. And I go as
Wait,
fast
what
as
episodes? Wait here. These men need to leave now. There's a dragon about.
Yes, but we have to get our friend because he'll. I might not.
Look at how many are behind us.
Okay, Mr. Justice. Listen here. Listen up here. Okay, I'm not the biggest fan of Iskandar, but he is an accomplished fighter, and what we really need now is people who can fight. So I'm going to go and I'm going to get him, and we're going to come back, okay? You continue rallying the people, and we'll be back, okay? If we take too long, you can go by yourself, and
Why are
we'll
you
come
taking all this time telling me what you're going to do? Just do it. It has nothing to do with these men, then.
As you argue...
Because best of luck to you.
As you argue, the castellan comes by. He's like, we can spare you. He's like, my soldiers can get these people to safety. Save your friend. You've done so much for us.
Yes, thank you. And I'm looking at Solar's character. I'm explaining it to you, since obviously you were at least that you were also somewhat from Elven blood. But anyway, and I go. I'm saying this while I'm walking. I'm like running, trying to go to the location of Iskandar, which is on the roof or something. So,
Mitchell. On the other side of the wall, you do see an abandoned ballista. So, you do have the option of attempting to reach that and taking the dragon on, or following your own advice and heading for the tunnels. The courtyard is now clear, and you're actually, have a brief moment of peace as the dragon flies out of reach and begins circling around to think of how quickly that happened and how you don't think you've ever seen so many people vacate a keep square so fast as when faced with a dragon.
How much time do I think it will take for them to evacuate?
You can't be certain. You don't. You never went down to see the layout of the escape tunnel, but everybody has gone deeper
using the
into
information.
the keep.
How long do I think they can evacuate the castle from the normal means? To like some back passage. I don't know about the tunnel, but maybe they have a bit in the back that I have seen.
Well, actually,
15,
at this point,
minutes?
you're not 100% probably in that neighborhood, but now you're not certain that they would want to evacuate. Everybody has gone inside the keep, and evacuating would mean going out into an open area, crawling with raiders bolstered by a dragon. So.
Oh, okay.
How long is this keep side?
Solar, your character knows that they are evacuating through the Sally Port in the old tunnel, which comes out near the river, which is a little more than 100 feet to the or right next to a wooded area where they can get to safety fairly quickly.
Okay, I know what I'm going to do. As far as I know, we can't evacuate because we got an army waiting outside and a dragon waiting to pick us off. So I'm going to run as fast as I possibly can to that ballista and see how many shots I can get off with it.
I think my character will move outside as well. He'll say, I suppose I can do more outside. These men can lead the others to safety, and I'll give someone the key and follow. I can't remember the name. Mulgar. Yeah, Mulgar.
Yes.
Lots of R's in this party.
Should be pirates here. Or... Anyway.
Mulgar
is like... I almost regret that it's not a very high elven sounding name, but I didn't want to have a typical name, so...
You were raised by dwarves. What were you saying, Mitchell?
Chlorine. I thought, isn't like all these R's Germanic in origin?
German...
Okay.
Well, I actually speak German, and German has quite a lot of R's and harsh K's, so...
Because I know the whole fantasy genre takes a lot from Germanic mythology.
Well, because the whole fantasy genre comes mostly, at least the setting comes from Lord of the Rings, and Lord of the Rings is super inspired by Norse mythology. Like, the elves and dwarves...
It's kind of funny. I actually grew up reading Greek and Norse mythology, and I didn't know about what Lord of the Rings was until the movies came out. And I actually knew more about Norse mythology than anything D&D related or fantasy related.
The D&D world is, at least what I see, it's mostly, the setting is a lot inspired by, as I said, Lord of the Rings, Norse mythology. Also a lot of Greek mythology, because a lot of the monsters are from Greek mythology. Yep. And then also, they basically put in any mythology they can find, because you have the Rakasha.
They need a lot of content.
You have the Oni. Basically, yeah, it's like every country, any mythology that you could find.
If it's cool and you can use it, why not?
Yeah, hell, the original Monster Manual had Cthulhu in it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
They have... There's a D20 Call of Cthulhu, stats for Cthulhu for 3.5. In every round... Every round you roll a 1d4, and that many people he just gobbles up.
Yep.
I want to one day do it.
It's 1d4 plus 2 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. And the funny part is that even if you somehow amazingly beat Cthulhu against all odds, he'll return.
Probably require tanks and thermonuclear weapons. He comes back.
He comes back. Like that's what's literally in the rules. So I'm like, so what's the point of statting him, really? But on the other hand, it's kind of a lot of people hate it. But anyway, I don't want to drag on. So
yeah.
Just as like a note, my character picked his name because it is synonymous with passion.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
All right. So real quick, where are you headed?
Following, goddammit, Mulgar? Yeah, Mulgar. Following Mulgar outside.
Yes, I'm looking for Iskander.
Okay, you guys are headed up to the top. You guys make it out into the courtyard in time to see him dive onto a ballista, and you can take your shot.
Okay. I have stuff to create fire and stuff. Can I light the tip?
Yeah, I suppose so. That sounds pretty cool. Or you just like grab a lantern on your way and pitch it at the bolt.
What are you talking about? I can create small bits of flame from my breath.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So, you want me to roll for that, or?
No, I want you to make an attack roll.
Right.
Against the dragon.
You know what would be cool if you like carry
20.
Even the dogs are like, yes.
Even the dogs.
My dogs are freaking out. I think I got Mulgar's luck.
All of it.
Yeah.
All right, that's a natural 20. Let me clarify that.
Yes, it was a natural 20. You know, whenever I get a 20 or a 1, it's like if I get a 1, shit! And
that looked pretty
20,
genuine. I believe you. Well,
it's not often you score a natural 20 with a ballista.
all right. Let's see here. I don't actually know how much damage a ballista does. So I'm going to say 6d6. So roll me 12d6.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Wait, is it double dice or double damage?
If you kill that freaking dragon, it's gonna be... It's...
Want me to just use the auto roller?
If you'd like to.
No, I'm gonna
if a critical hit, you roll twice as many dice, Solar.
Alright.
That's how they're doing that now.
Alright, I'm gonna put the numbers down so I can add them together. Ooh, 6.
Wait, are you actually gonna roll the dice individually?
Yeah, I'm putting it in the chat though.
Why? There's 12 of them.
Well, I could look for more.
But 12 dice. And we're level 1.
And then there's plus the damage from my fire.
Well, that XP we're gonna get level up to level 15, basically, or at least Mitchell's character.
Does he get bonus damage from the fire?
Wouldn't the dragon? I don't know. Like blue dragon, I don't know if they're immune to
Electricity
fire.
is
Electricity is their element. Okay, right.
Yes.
But
Sky dragons, they are.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Were you getting ready to sing Afternoon Delight, Sean? He doesn't even giggle.
When I find
All of them?
And how much extra damage is the flames, which is also critical?
That's 44, by the way.
I don't need magic. All I need is a fucking ballista. That's what I need now. I'm gonna make
sneak attack with a ballista if you're a rogue.
What I'm gonna make now is a golem, but which is gonna be like an armor that is gonna have a ballista cannon. Okay, I'm basically gonna make the D&D version of a glitter boy armor. There we go.
44 damage already. How much is my fire damage?
I guess go ahead and roll an extra 2d6 total.
Huh. $52 damage total.
All right. You whip the thing around as fast as you can, firing
just tell me
it
if you kill it, if I kill it or not.
directly into the dragon's eye. It roars and shakes its head, causing it to fall slightly, until the bolt comes free. It begins beating its wings furiously, lifting itself into the air, and it fires a bolt of lightning at you. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, I don't know him. I'm not with him. So.
I can help. I can help with that, and I would like to help with that. No, I can't.
I will let you. I will go ahead and let you. Go ahead. You saw what was going on. You know that shit is flying. So I will let. Are you attempting to cast aid?
Wait. No, what I wanted to do was guard or something cantrip, but I actually have a resistance, which I guess can also help if he fails.
What is that? You say resistance?
I actually have to look it up.
It's called guard.
Wait, no. The spell I thought was a guidance, but it's actually resistance.
Ah.
It still helps.
Let's see here. Resistance.
Oh wait, no, this is actually what I wanted to do. I can add a D4 to his saving throw. And I have to do it before he does the saving throw.
Yeah, I'll let you at it. I'll say that you did that when you saw him
It's
shooting.
4.
4? Okay,
Yep.
so add 4 to whatever you rolled there. Mitchell? Whatever your saving throw was, add 4 to it.
And I have to touch him, though, so I'll be running by him and trying to get him to safety with divine guidance.
Since there's, like, really no way that you could get up there, I will just allow you to do it, because you want to protect this valiant warrior and defender of the law so bad that whatever
that was an
force
amazing
is,
display of justice, like directly giving
whatever
him power.
force it is that drives you, here's your call, regardless of the distance.
Brilliant.
What did you get there?
I got a 14.
14. What is the save on that breath weapon? Alright. Now, that is not a success, but if you want, you can spend a point of your inspiration.
Oh, yeah.
To have advantage, and you can attempt to roll higher.
Just to check, 14 total with the bonus 4? Because I'm not sure if he heard that part.
Oh, yeah, 14 was what I rolled.
Oh, you rolled a 14. What's your dex bonus?
+2.
Is that 14 with or without that +2?
14 with the +2.
With the +2. So the +4 makes it 18?
Yeah.
Okay. That is still failing.
Well, it's a dragon.
If you want, you can spend a point of inspiration to go for a higher roll.
I rolled a 12.
Or you can just take that.
I'll probably spend more of my inspiration points to reroll. Let's hope it's bigger.
That's what he said, or she said?
Just rolled a 13. Plus the dex, so it'll be 15, then plus the 4 is 19. Yeah.
Guess what? That is exactly what you need to take half damage. Alright, so you leap to the side as the lightning bolt strikes the ballista, blasting it into flaming splinters. The force of it hurling you off the wall. You tumble head over feet, landing in a small storefront's awning, barely breaking it, or barely slowing you before you land in a heap. You will absolutely be at 0 hit points, but you are not dead.
I will try to stabilize him, and
we have to first get to him out of character, so.
Yep.
It's a clear path across the hall. The dragon, by the way, has now turned around and is flying full tilt to the north, away from the keep.
Yeah, I've half blinded it.
In the distance, you hear it roar in rage and pain.
I'll try to
saying anything, or
get him away from there inside as quick as possible.
Yeah, I go and help because he's probably pretty heavy to carry, so I help as much as I can.
Mitchell, to answer your question, probably something in the neighborhood of fuck.
In the neighborhood. Alright, bold move there.
Stable means one hit
I think I got a great one for this. Let me pull up my ringtone and see if you guys can actually hear this.
Son of a monster! Why the does all this happen to me? My life, always surrounded by miserable like this whole world just likes to bend me over and me in the like I'm some sort of receptacle. Well, as far as I care, these miserable kids can have a fancy barbecue with a goddamn pig.
Yeah, we heard that.
Well, from what is that?
That's from Dragon Ball Z Abridged series.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever heard that without the censor beeps?
I haven't. I don't think I've seen. I've seen like one episode of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, but I gotta watch the Dragon Ball Abridged one of these days.
As much as I love the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged series, the Dragon Ball Abridged series is far and away better.
Yeah,
well, I don't even like Yu-Gi-Oh! Just somebody showed me the link, just to check it out.
The Abridged series it gets really funny eventually.
Okay.
It takes about a season, but towards the end of the first season, it starts to get like the quality starts to pick up, and it starts to get pretty good. And
I might have seen something way back in the day. I did recognize that's sounds like Vegeta. So
yeah. The Dragon Ball Abridged series started out way higher quality, really tight comedic writing. It's even funnier if you were a Dragon Ball fan, but you don't have to be at all.
I watched all the Dragon Ball episodes. I do like Dragon Ball, so I think it's an interesting way how he combines Superman with Journey to the West, kind of. So
Son Goku is even the Japanese name of
the Monkey King, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a old British live-action show that was an adaptation of Journey to the West, which was more like a kung fu show. And that's why I was familiar with that as a kid. Like, I was really little. But I don't know if it was British, but it was really cool. It was on Sky One, I think, so it was really cool. You might like it, too, because it starts out where he says the original story for the Monkey King, where in the beginning of time there was like a bunch of eggs, and then the Monkey King jumped out of them, or something like that. And it was just called Monkey, I believe. It was pretty crazy. So
sounds pretty fun.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get the Dragonborn out of here. Our crazy, but bold warrior.
So, to be stabilized means to be at 1 hit point, right?
Yes. It depends. I guess, real quick, go ahead and give me a death test. Mitchell.
Alright.
Don't feel too much pressure. You have to fail 3 of them consecutively to actually die.
Yeah, well, Constitution for the one is one of my proficiencies anyway. So that's 16.
Okay. Alright. That's 1 check towards stabilizing. Somebody with the medicine skill can attempt to help him, or if you know the Spare the Dying.
Don't know medicine, though.
If you know Spare the Dying, you can
I have medicine +1, so I can try. I don't know that Solar's character is a cleric. I just know
anybody
he justice.
can stabilize a character.
Yeah. That's true. You can either of you can make a medicine test.
I have medicine.
I'll just shine a light through my hand and touch him, and he'll stabilize.
Are you using Spare the Dying there?
Yep.
Okay, it's a good one to have. You are stabilized. You are no longer dying, and I believe that raises you to 1 hit point.
1 hit point, but I'll drop if I try to do anything too strenuous unless I gain more hit points.
So I'll just try and like carry him if he needs help as fast as possible inside the keep.
You guys can get easily inside the keep. With the dragon gone, the sounds of battle outside slowly start to fade, and you can tell that, if nothing else, the keep is no longer under siege over the course of the next half hour.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the last part? There was the thing with the rooster, and I was distracted.
I was saying that
That was the thing with the rooster.
Okay. Nope. You're still at 0 hit points. You're just
okay.
Not dying. You're automatically stabilized. Okay, what I was saying was that with the dragon gone, the siege seems to be losing steam.
The invading army is trying to pick up their jaws off the floor.
Yeah, the invading army is just like, yeah, well, maybe time to pack it up. So if they're still looting the town, that's one. You can't be certain out in the dark. But for one thing, you can be certain after at least about a half an hour, there's definitely no soldiers left around the keep.
All right.
There's a bit more calm. Most of the town, more than 3/4 of the town, are inside the keep or fled out the back under the watch of soldiery. And
I just got a really good idea. As you guys are carrying me, I'm also back to hallucinating again, and you see me constantly reaching out to people that aren't there. You see me whispering names and a few things like that.
Okay, and real fast, I also want to point out that shooting a dragon in the eye with a ballista in the face of most likely certain death is fucking badass. Yeah. I also want to point out that the win conditions on that were if the dragon took 24 points of damage or more, or 1 critical hit.
Yeah.
NPCs can do no damage to the dragon. Only PCs have a chance of driving it away.
I feel accomplished.
It's like the dragon's flying and moving around, shooting at you, and there's wind, and it's a ballista, and...
So, let's see, 52 is more than twice the needed condition, plus a critical hit. Yeah, go ahead and have a point of inspiration there, buddy.
When we move back to safety, Arthur will basically, he'll just stand somewhere and literally applaud him, grinning widely, and he'll say, "What you've done today, in the face of most likely certain doom, to stand alone at the fort and attempt to kill a dragon on your own." And he'll shake his head and he'll say, "The multiverse is on your side, and I applaud you." And he'll continue to literally applaud.
And I said, I don't know if Iskander, are you awake now?
I'm going in and out of consciousness.
Well, I kind of say, well, if you do hear me, Dragonborn, I will say that even though what you have done was reckless, insane, and suicidal, it was also very heroic and very brave and bold. And yeah, I applaud you for your bravery, even though it almost cost your life. But yeah, you have stopped the dragon and blinded him even. So, wow.
And let's, for the sake of it making sense, let's just say that first we've tried to find someone to heal him, to stabilize him further, and then actually spoke to him.
I'm gonna say you've got people tending up, like healing up his wounds, and I say that with the siege lifting and that dragon no longer being in the vicinity, hey, why don't you guys take our long rest?
Before I pass back out, I would say too.
Sorry, Mitchell. What?
I'm pretty sure I interrupted somebody there.
It's cool. Just continue. Yeah, it's fine.
I would probably hear enough of Solar. Your character is. Dang it! I forgot their name. I'm going to be writing it down.
Ardor.
Oh wait, no.
Ardor.
You can just call him the Illuminator. That's what he goes by as a self-given title.
I noticed that. I was smiling about that earlier.
I do kind of whisper toward you, Emb. I can write it down in here. And depending on a knowledge check, if you do it, you may learn something.
I will do that. Knowledge. I don't think I'm proficient with knowledge.
It's not that high of a DC, I think.
Give me
there are...
Wait, there's no actual knowledge thing, is there?
No, there is Arcana, history, nature, religion, and there are some other skills that could be considered. What's the word I'm looking for? Knowledge, skills, situationally.
I think I have a lot of skills, and I think one of them will probably be transferred to history, if you don't mind, because I sort of quickly made my character and stuff.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm not sure which one though, but history would be intelligence then.
Yeah.
All right. 4, 6, 20 total.
That would do it.
That's surely enough to get whatever is going on there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You would know that Emb, about a year or so ago, was within the Urk Empire during a 10-year war with a barbarian horde by the name of the Akbal. During that siege, it was one of probably the last battle, a major battle, where the rest of the army, nearly 5,000 Akbal soldiers, stormed a small city where 4 divisions were stationed, only not even 500 men, around 430 something. And out of that entire battle, they managed to stop the Akbal Empire, not the Akbal Empire, but Akbal Horde, from advancing and using the Spine Mountains to get to the Uruk capital. But in the process, the entire station of the divisions there were nearly entirely wiped out. And there was a rather famous captain within the Dragonborns who had led them.
Emb?
Yeah, Emb is the name of the border city.
Ah, all right, my bad. I'm really not focusing well enough tonight, am I? He'll murmur, interesting. He'll continue to watch over people tending and see if anyone needs help and basically get ready to rest.
Alrighty.
Check if there are guards stationed and how many people are left within the keep.
Yep, you guys are given a place to rest and given food and water or wine at your discretion.
I will have wine, definitely. I take out my chalice and I enjoy it, and then I start my extended rest of 4 hours of meditating. And then Tarask attacks, and we're all dead.
And we have no ballista this time.
Blow up your ballista.
I think you could have... The size of the ballista that you would need to hurt Tarask would be... yeah.
Or you could just charm person on it.
I'm not sure if Tarask
what's he gonna do? It's a
person.
Trask. I mean, it doesn't even see you. You're so small.
Well, if we have this spell, Summon Godzilla, then we might have a chance.
Summon Godzilla versus a Trask, okay.
But Trask is kind of Godzilla. I mean, I noticed every time they make a new picture of him, he looks more and more like him.
Yeah, but it makes more sense than Godzilla.
All you need is to spell summon bigger fish.
I don't know if one makes more sense than the other. I mean, they're both imaginary monsters.
Yeah, but one's in a world of fantasy and magic and ancient fantasy monsters and myths, and the other one is completely retarded.
I'm gonna say the other one is.
Hey, I like it's Godzilla. And
you can like Godzilla, but it's still stupid.
I was gonna say one's from a land of fantasy and myth, and the other one is from Dungeons and Dragons.
There we go.
Well it's loosely based on Godzilla.
Well, in the Godzilla mythos, I mean, it's like pretty much like a comic book universe. I mean, they have
every single Godzilla movie I've ever seen is just so immersion breaking. I can't look at it. For me personally,
Tiamat is based off of Ghidorah.
But just the ideas. There's been a giant creature living in the ocean somewhere, and we didn't know about it, or eggs or whatever. It's just.
Well, that's not their original lore. The original lore was that it was
nuclear testing.
Yes, a beast created by nuclear radiation.
Interesting.
Yeah. The thing is, maybe I would recommend you possibly the new Godzilla film or the very first. The original Godzilla film.
The original one. It's
the Gojira one. The DVD is called Gojira, not the American version, where they edited and put in Ray Hammond, I believe, and who is narrating it instead. The actual one is actually quite depressing, and it's
very somber in most places. It's kind of a brilliant movie in its way.
It's a symbol for the nuclear attacks and the end of the Second World War. So, I enjoy the goofier Godzillas, but
pretty cool combat though.
Yeah,
I say
the new American one was all right.
If you don't like it, that's
the plot and the characters sucked.
I didn't like the new one because we didn't see a lot of Godzilla, and the people weren't really that interesting to follow.
But the Godzilla was the most interesting part. Everything else sucked.
I like Ken Watanabe.
I thought you didn't like Godzilla. I thought it was immersion breaking.
Yeah, but it was fun to watch in the newer one. It was fun to watch Godzilla fight, but everything else in the movie sucked. I mean, it's a ridiculous concept.
How ridiculous is Attack of Titan, the basic concept? Giant, naked, dickless
but
dudes.
it's not based in fucking Earth, as far as we know.
It's very Earth-like. It looks very much like 1960s.
It's alternate reality, the same as Godzilla.
Okay, it is Godzilla is also an alternate reality.
You can't really call it an alternate reality if the one thing that's alternate is the giant monsters.
So I'm guessing, well, it does count because superheroes is the same thing. It's very much our world. Just
why are we talking about Godzilla? We're playing D&D.
Okay.
I'm actually going to go ahead and wrap up there. You guys are going to be receiving a total of 1,150 experience points.
Don't tell me that. Just give me a level when I get a level.
Well, okay, so 1,000 to the 200. So we'll level up a couple of times, actually.
1,100 and what?
Wait, what?
I think he was not meaning that. Or is how much experience points? Or we have to we have to take the experience points and then.
Hold on, no, that's legitimately how much you guys should have earned. Let me check that.
Okay.
Chart real quick.
It was 1,150.
Good lord, yeah, that's gonna bump. Well, because of how close you guys were to second level, that is gonna bump you up to third.
Separately, or do we divide it by 3?
Oh, that's right. Okay, hold on for a second.
I have that same problem.
I have to actually pull a little bit of that out. Let's actually drop that. Let's see.
You get 383 experience.
I have now 275.
Okay, real quick. Hold on. Let's see. I'm not going to add the NPCs in there, so you each get 300 and then an additional 350. So grand total 650 each, because some of the rewards are not split; they're awarded to everybody.
Okay.
One of those is driving away the dragon, of which I actually doubled, because good lord.
It's deserving. Mitchell did a really good job, so I'm at 925.
Grand total.
925.
Yeah, everybody should be at. You should have 925 experience points now.
Well, okay, yeah.
If that's how much you wait.
Well, I had already 275, so and also
and
Mitchell
because
we played
50. Wait, 650.
Is that level 2?
Oh, that's past level 2.
If you guys hit 900 experience points, that's level 3.
Okay.
Wait, okay, so I gave 650, and you guys already had 200 and what?
275.
Yeah, so that's 925 experience, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so you guys just barely scratched into level 3.
Nice. Okay, I level up the character. Sweet.
Yep. Well, and
so that will mean for me.
Cool.
Wait, if I look at my character sheet,
Oh, hey. Good
largely,
news.
yeah.
Good news. Not only are you guys getting that long rest, but you'll have a hell of a lot more resources for the next challenge.
I can prepare now level 2 spells. Sweet.
Yes.
So.
I can finally prepare at all.
Well, but you could also swing a mace pretty well. So.
Isn't it kind of funny? It took me 2 hours, and I didn't. In my opinion, I didn't prepare my character very well.
Well, Solar, you should have 650 now, I think. Or
I'm gonna keep everybody on the same level of experience points.
Okay.
I mean, I just assume that.
I get experience for arguing against people who can kill me with a command. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah,
so you're fighting your way to the keep. I'm assuming gave you some, or that your character had some
Well,
experience.
it's good because then we're all the same level, and then we can take on the same.
For the sake of storytelling.
Well, it's not just storytelling; it's also gameplay-wise. So
it's
Fox.
It's a lot of it's ease of adjudication on my part.
Yes, yes. Okay.
So that would be it for the recording then.
I guess so. That will be wrapping up with all of you guys barely scratching into 3rd level. Actually, you guys made it into that this session because I doubled that experience bonus for you.
So we can thank Mitchell for that. So thanks, Mitchell.
Yeah, you guys can thank
I'd like
Mitchell.
to thank my dice for that natural 20.
I would like to thank everybody because that was a well-played session.
I'd like to thank Sean's dice for Mitchell's 20.
Yes, I sacrificed all my luck for Mitchell, but it was worth it because I also got the XP. So
I kind of was waiting around to see if you would go out there and do something that wound up giving you a natural 20 against that, and it was Mitchell.
Yeah,
it was Mitchell.
Well,
you guys should be thanking him for that ballsy-ass decision to run out into the open and fire a ballista at a dragon that was already having fun.
Not only that, use my breath to set the tip on fire, spinning around and kick it in the firing mechanism and taking out its eye.
The only way that it would have been cooler is if, like, before you, as you were before you pulled the thing, you said, "All right, boys, party's over."
Or dodge this.
There we go. If it bleeds,
well, I didn't get to describe it. Fox took over the moment I did the damage.
Well, you hit him in the eye, so it's pretty sweet. So, I mean, with the dragon, it's so great that you don't have to give a big description.
Yeah.
So.
What's the thing that Goku did that was like gathering energy for Spirit Bomb, and then like everyone had to like raise their hands or something?
Yeah.
Everybody give me your energy from the whole world, because
that was basically what his dice did.
Well, eventually it became the whole universe, I believe, by the end when he was fighting Boo. Yeah.
Sean's dice gathered the energy for the ballista bomb.
Man, the Boo saga was so bad.
It was interesting because it got ridiculous to the point where it's like, and then I was like just thinking that definitely for me the Cell Saga was definitely where it peaked.
It was the beginning of the end, the Cell Saga.
Yeah.
I should have thought the Boo Saga should have ended with Vegeta's sacrifice, though, later on and against the Big Boo.
I must say that the evil Boo was a better looking
by the way.
enemy. But anyway, okay, let's finish here. Anybody last words? So, ending with...
Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Fox 7 Realms Production. You can see us on Roleplay Roulette and YouTubes, or Facebooks, and the Twitters, and the Tumblrs, and the various social mediums.
Okay.
And we make the videos. And we write the songs and make the whole world sing.
There we go. Mitchell?
We are the world.
I'm Tinho Mitchell. I just started my channel, but it's got some pretty good videos up. If right now they're mostly just class reviews and how to currently roleplay your classes in D&D and stuff. So go pop me a look if you have any curiosity about what my favorite classes are and stuff.
Solar?
My channel's SolarVids. Just literally type in SolarVids, as in soul, in YouTube, and you'll find me. There's a bunch of playlist videos for League of Legends if you like cool music and playing League of Legends. There's some cool, like, funny compilations, like funny moments and stuff. I'll probably make more of those, a lot more of those. I'll probably start making vlogs soon, and I guess on another channel there'll be like D&D, I don't know, opinions, ideas about like cities and spells and all kinds of stuff, because I get a lot of ideas and I never use them. And yeah, basically a lot of stuff. And the other channel will be Solar Official, because I'm not very imaginative when it comes to names, so leave me alone.
Okay, and I'm the Gaming Beast. If you're watching this, you're watching it on my channel, so I also make all kinds of videos, let's plays, reviews, role-playing discussions, bullshit, whatever. If you want to subscribe, check out my stuff, feel free to. And we'll end it here. Goodbye, people.
Goodbye.